not just teaching academics. I'm also teaching them like, look, y'all gotta talk to each other with respect. Like, like this is how we should be, acting towards one another. Okay, when an adult comes and speaks to you, this is how you should respond. Or, when you're trying to interject in a conversation, maybe you have a question for an adult, like, you say, excuse me, things like, it's a lot of those things that kids don't know how to do. So that's a lot of what teachers lately find themselves having to do. Like, we're teaching the manners, we're teaching the respect towards themselves and others, adults and their peers. Like, when you get pushback from parents and they're telling you that their kid is not doing this at home or whatever, it's like, okay, well, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but also hear what I'm saying. They're doing this at school. So whether they're doing it at home, this is what's going on here. How can you help and support me so that way we can keep and maintain a safe environment, not only just for your child, but for the other kids that are also in the school. They'll get, well, then you're the teacher, that's your job. Well, yes, but you are the people who brought these kids into this world. So at what point do you want to start playing your position?
What's up, world? From Filed and Polished, the first luxury nail care service that is exclusive and affordable. I'm your host, T. Davis, and this is On the Top Coat, the show where we talk and just do nails. You ever met someone that's just, fit for life? They just seem to just fit in everywhere. Being fit is a part of their everyday existence. Well, that's what we have here today. Critically acclaimed, the one, the only, the lovely Miss Alexis. How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right.
Excited to be here.
Yeah?
Yes, I am.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So we have a lot to talk about today.
Okay.
A whole lot. But first things first, how are you feeling? Like, how you doing?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I know it's like a little rainy outside, but I'm feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to be here. I'm blessed to be here. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm ready to just talk shit.
Did you hear what she just said? She's ready to... Well, we're going to get to it.
Yeah,
All right, we get to it. We're going to get to it. So, I see that you working out.
Yes.
It's your thing.
It is my thing.
Okay, so how did this start?
So I started working out. I've been working out since 2018.
Okay.
So I got into it because I was a former athlete. So yes, so I played a lot of sports in high school.
Former athlete.
Yes.
What was the sports?
My main sport was basketball, so I went to college for it.
Okay.
And then I also did softball. I did cross country in the off season of basketball to stay in shape. I cheerleaded all 4 years. I was like captain, all that. Like I did the whole thing. So kind of just being an athlete, it kind of just led me in the direction.
Okay.
In college. Unfortunately, like most athletes, you have certain injuries. So I had torn my ACL. Yes.
That's tough.
I know. Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, so I think the whole bounce back from that and going to physical therapy and just kind of getting the hands-on learning, and then the importance I realized of just fitness in general, like once I graduated and I became like, okay, now the ball stopped dribbling, so now I really got to just keep it going. I was used to the routine, so it just kind of just fit for me.
It stuck with you?
Yes.
Okay. Day in and day out?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So being that you came from the athlete realm, you're an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, you're an athlete. How do you, what you see what's going on with WNBA and the pay difference and all of that other stuff. How do you feel about that?
I feel like for the WNBA, it's always had its kind of holes in it.
Okay.
Pay has always been where the void that they haven't really filled too much.
Okay.
They don't really, in my opinion, they don't view the importance of what those role models, as far as those athletes, what they do for young girls. Like, they see it as the commercialized, they see it as, well, before they did. I would say now, yes, they are seeing the impact, and with the impact, you have to give them their worth and what they, how they're leading the way. So I definitely feel like they should be getting paid more. Some are, some aren't. It kind of just depends on your status of the athlete. Endorsements and things like that can contribute to a higher salary. Where you're playing in the off season depends on, like, if you're going overseas, if what country you're going to, like, that all plays a role as well too. That factors into the overall salary. But the WNBA itself paying more, as it gains more support, as it gains more notoriety, and it becomes really what it's supposed to be, then yeah, I think the money will come. But not to say that they don't have it, because I'm sure they do. But
I knew this was coming.
Yeah, I mean, of course they do.
Okay.
Of course they do. But they're gonna put it in places where they see fit. So.
Do you think women support it enough?
Now I do, yes.
Okay.
Now I do. And obviously with, like, certain people, as far as, like, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, Rakia Jackson, Flage, it's just so many that, and then you still have the veterans, the Aja Wilson, like, the Candace Parkers, who, she retired, but that's one of the spearheaders, honestly, in my opinion, that kind of, like, opened the doors for the girls like Angel Reese to walk through, Diana Taurasi opening doors for, like, girls like Caitlin Clark. True. So,
very true.
Yeah, I think it's just one hand helping another, leaving the door open for the next woman to come through. But yeah, I think that it's definitely gaining the recognition that it always deserved, and hopefully the pay will follow.
I agree with you. I do think more support is definitely needed. I think they do need to pay the girls more.
Yes.
And you saying, that they open the door, so Monica ain't do nothing? Monica ain't, wait, hold on. Monica ain't do nothing?
First of all, listen, Monica did some things, because Love and Basketball was definitely my favorite movie. If you put it on, I'm word for word, like I wrote the script. So,
well,
yeah, she did.
Because you said only Monica ain't do nothing?
Okay, well, Monica did a little something.
That's all I'm saying. You know what?
She did a little something.
You're right. She didn't do as much as them.
At the time, which was crazy though, the WNBA wasn't even really, it wasn't a thing, but it was implemented in that movie though. Like, that was, like, the crazy part. So it really, there was no WNBA when that actually came out. Like, I think later on, maybe like a year or two later, it was getting into the works or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't. I'm definitely, yes.
See, look,
it was, but Quincy was trying to stop her shine, so I don't know.
Whoa!
He wasn't.
How was he trying to stop her shine?
Or was it? Yeah, no. Q. Yeah.
How he was trying to stop her shine?
For when they got into the argument, because she couldn't stay out past curfew and he wanted her. It's not my fault. Like, his dad is cheating, so she got to stay and risk not making the team. No. He knew his dad was up to no good.
Wait,
come on now.
She not gonna stick by her man?
Really?
That's correct. She don't start that.
First of all, she wasn't even starting, so he already had his starting position. She was working up towards hers, okay? So if he really wanted to be a supportive partner, he would have told her, no, like, don't go make curfew, because, I know that, my dad doing whatever he doing, but I'm already at my point. You got to get to your point. That would have been a healthy relationship. He really caused a whole fit because she couldn't stay with him. Like, please. Yeah. No.
I love this debate, right?
This is crazy.
Because it gives a lot of context, right? It's easy to see Hugh as the villain, right? But one of the hallmarks of, like, a relationship is being it.
Okay.
So then it becomes, what is more important?
Your career or your man?
But she was there. She was there from the beginning. She was there before he even noticed her. Okay, so let's remember.
Well,
that.
all right, hold on now.
She was not.
Here we go. With
She was not. When walking into the dance, damn girl, I ain't know Nike made dresses. That's crazy. That's some shit to get somebody slapped. What you mean you ain't know Nike? And then when he was getting on her in the car, who you taking to the dance? Spalding, because she had the ball in her hand. Come on.
That don't count, all right? You can't use that.
That don't count.
That don't count, all right? Because
Why it don't count? Why it don't count?
yo, her saying, "Damn, bro, I ain't know Nike made dresses" was crazy. Now you think about it in hindsight. No, we would have got it on.
He didn't even say nothing.
We would have got it on.
Yes,
Hold on.
he didn't even
That's
say
crazy.
nothing.
That's sick, nah. But that don't count though. You can't use that against Q though. Cause they wasn't together, and she didn't want to admit she wanted to be with him anyway.
Okay, I guess.
Is that not a fact?
I mean, he was always threatened by her. Why you think she got the scar on her face when he pushed her because he was about to lose the game, whatever the case was.
I mean, he was a kid.
Yeah, he was a kid. She was there. She supported him.
What? Supported him?
Yes.
Or, I mean, if you really want to get technical, she started all this because she didn't want to get on his bike. Hold on,
Really?
is it not true? So what you saying is you gonna drive?
She didn't want the controlling nature. Cause he said, "Oh, because you my girlfriend, you got to get on my bike." Well, he said, "Well, my dad drives my mom around, so I got to do the same thing for you."
I mean, he ain't say nothing wrong. He ain't say nothing wrong.
They like 10, 11. You talking about something? I gotta get on your bike.
I'm pretty sure his bike was safer.
No.
I'm pretty sure his bike was safer. Now they didn't show that part. I'm definitely guaranteeing his bike was safer.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
I think his bike was safer. You know what I'm saying? Look.
I'm gonna go and rewatch.
No, wait, hold on. Cause why she wanted to be so independent at 10 years old?
Why couldn't she? Why couldn't she be? He knew first of all, he knew what he was getting himself into. Once she cooked him on the court, he had to have known that she was independent.
You know, this.
Like, come on now.
You know, it's you know, it's so sick.
What?
At the end of all this, right? He still loved her.
Yeah, and then he had a whole fiance. When she went overseas, he proposed to somebody else.
He was supposed to wait.
Was she supposed to wait? Because remember, he cheated on her even when they was in college.
He didn't cheat on her. He took a girl to Burger King. I don't know if that.
First of all, the girl came to the house asking for him. They was still together. And he picked up that girl that night at the party when he was drunk because he wanted to go back to the room and she didn't want to because she was celebrating. Remember, she just had a good game celebrating. So he couldn't even be there for her in that moment.
No, he was there. He was there in spirit.
Okay.
That's the thing. He was there in spirit. You know what I'm saying? The girl came to the house or whatever, the dorm. She just wanted an autograph.
He took that girl to Burger King in front of her face. Then that night, pulled up on her and then said that they should just chill out. They shouldn't even do it anymore.
Chill out is nuts.
Like, whatever. He said we should go our separate ways, whatever the case was. She pleaded to try to like.
All right, pleading is a bit much.
She did.
Hold on.
She did. She
Hold
said,
on.
"Well, what can I do to fix it?" Yes, she did.
I mean, she wasn't even in.
What you mean she wasn't there?
When he told her, he said, I mean, you know, I got a lot going on. And it's obviously more than what you got time for.
Okay. So you right.
Look,
He gonna stop my dreams.
He didn't say that? Wait.
He gonna stop my dreams. You right. I don't have that much time.
And look, after all that, right, they played a one-on-one and she lost.
Who played the one-on-one and lost?
At the end of the movie. We can't forget that. Wait, hold on.
He was determined. He was.
Wait, hold on. Also,
and then he still wanted her back.
No, time out. We're not going to do this. No, we're not doing
What
this.
You mean? He didn't
we're
want her
not doing
back?
this. No.
He didn't say double or nothing?
She knocked on his window.
Okay.
Right? The reason why my life ain't this because I know what's missing, you're missing. You wake up in the middle of the night and tell me that? He responded the way he should have, okay? I'll play you for it. It's like...
Yeah, when she was busting his ass, he was getting mad. He took the brace off, and then she won, and then he realized that...
She won?
Well, he won, and then he realized that he wanted her, which was the real prize. So that's why he said double or nothing.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go.
The real prize.
The real prize is crazy.
Was she not?
He was the real prize. You wanna know why?
Not after that one little flop season he had in the NBA. Get out of here. Went up for a dunk and then didn't even.
That's
crazy.
Yo.
Craziness. He was a flop. He was a flop. He was a forced one and done. Okay, because once he found out his dad started cheating, just fucked up his whole mindset up. He was done. He wasn't even playing the same. Was forced into the draft to go into the league. Went into the league, got shopped around. They even said it. Dick Vitale was the announcer at that time.
Shout out to Dick Vitale.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dick Vitale.
You know, he was like shopped around a little bit. Finally found his home. And then he went over the dunk, and the season was over.
You're not gonna do this to my man Q. You're not gonna do that to my man Q like that.
The season was over as fast as it started.
You know what I'm saying? Q was the man, alright, in Crenshaw High School, alright?
Yeah.
I go to work, alright? Like,
yeah, that was the song.
You know what I mean? I go to work, yo, chill, yo, you a see? She wanted to be independent. Why I gotta ride on your bike?
Who made it to the league in the end? She did. Who was sitting on the side watching who? He was.
He didn't want to play.
Who was looking like the stay-at-home dad? Him.
Okay, because this is interesting, right? Because you nailed it on the head in terms of why he was a flop. He was trying to lean on her for support.
Yes.
And if she would have gave it to him, life would have turned out very differently for him.
For her as well, too.
Yes. So it seems as if at the end, when he's the stay-at-home dad, it's okay for him to support her dreams.
Yeah.
But for her to support his dreams, it's like...
Look at that.
I get it. Why should she have to sacrifice her dreams to support him? And I think he was trying to figure out... I don't think he was trying to force her to choose.
It wasn't even a sacrifice. I felt like he just wasn't being understanding in the moment where, okay, he had the upper leg, right? She was last to get recruited. Wasn't sure if she was gonna get recruited. He already had his plan. He knew where he was gonna go. Like, it was already kind of like it was written for him. Like, you know. So him and his dad, that situation, like, yeah, it threw a little wrench in his plans, but she really had to get hers out the mud. Like, so had she stayed with him, how would the story have panned out? She wouldn't have been starting. She wouldn't have been looked at as, okay, yeah, I want her to go in for whoever goes down because she's showing commitment. Like, you know, she's here day in and day out. I'm serious. Okay.
The real prize was they got married. They still got married if she wouldn't have started on that team.
Not quite. You never. You never know.
Wait, so
because she could have been filled with resentment for her life not going the way that it was supposed to go in her mind. She was just as passionate as he was at basketball. Like.
So let me ask you this: would the dream have been fulfilled if he wasn't in it?
What do you mean? If he was just out of the picture? Well, clearly it wasn't, because when she was away overseas, she wasn't happy. So that's why she came back home.
Right.
But he clearly wasn't happy either. Even when he did propose to Tyra Banks, he still wasn't happy.
Right.
Okay.
Why you gotta throw that in there, though? See, you see.
I'm saying it was.
You see this? He just did. He proposed to Tyra Banks.
He did propose to Tyra Banks.
So.
And then she gonna gloat and show the ring all in her face. Why she went to the hospital to see that man? That's crazy.
I'm curious as to, right, because, you know, it seems like you got a fan of Monica, right? So how you feel about Monica being a homewrecker?
How is she a homewrecker?
Because she took somebody's fiance.
She definitely did.
He was always hers.
Here we go. I knew this. I knew you was gonna do this.
He was always hers.
I knew you was gonna do this today.
He was always hers.
How was he always hers? How?
Well, we see it in the end.
No.
He was always hers.
That's crazy.
I mean,
you know, because what's curious about that is that that's what he thought. That's why he thought she could stay when he was going through depression. And she said, no, I don't belong to you like that. You feel me? Because it is curious, because she did call him out on it.
yes.
And she's like, you know, I didn't ask you to do all these things.
You never have to.
And that was his answer.
Because you never had to. Well, you see how the...
Now, we don't know if that was some clever comeback or if it was true.
No, don't do that to my man.
Exactly.
Oh.
But But if it's true, it's deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's true, it's deep. You get me?
You never have to ask. You know what I'm saying? You want to know why? Because he was always there for her.
I don't think he was selfish enough to make her to throw away her career.
I don't know.
Did you believe so?
I mean, if you want me to be honest, I'm going to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she wasn't that good of a basketball player anyway. I'm
She went
just saying.
overseas, she kicked butt.
I mean, yeah, that's all cool.
She literally went overseas, won overseas, played against her college teammate, whooped her ass, and then came to the WNBA.
The college teammate wasn't good either. I'm just saying, she was, but I'm not gonna be a hater.
I mean, it sounds like it.
I knew he was gonna do this. I knew he was gonna do this.
Sounds like it.
She was the best in her class, though. She was.
No female hooper slander will be tolerated, even for the movie.
Oh, here we go.
We're not tolerating it.
She was the best in her class, though. She was,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to give credit where credit is due. She earned that spot. She
Exactly.
did. I will say this though. A large part of Q's journey was centered around family.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the aspect of the movie that I think gets overshadowed a lot. His direct love for basketball was subservient to his admiration of his father.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Wanting to be like him, emulate him, yeah.
Because he loved his father. That was a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
He had, you've seen it. The jersey on with his pops and everything, and so he loved his father. That's what it was. So when that view of his father wasn't there anymore, it kind of shattered everything that he wanted to be, because he just wanted to be like him.
People's parents cheat all the time.
But you got
First of all, yeah.
but it speaks to this though. But
my
look,
daddy was a Rolling Stone, so
No, but
we're
look.
not even gonna go there.
but look, but you got to think about it in this
Love him to
perspective.
death. Still, admire a lot of qualities about him, but just because I admire him don't mean like, okay, if shit don't pan out in my life, I'm saying, oh gosh, it's because my dad cheated on my mother.
Well,
no, I'm not gonna say
It wasn't that. It was the underlying value of. Remember when his pops came to the hospital?
Uh-huh.
And he told him, he said, "How come you kept trying to make me How come you kept trying to make me the man you couldn't, or something like that?" He said, "I just couldn't." Right?
Yeah.
But
He was a cheater.
yeah, but what we're gonna do though is this. That was his mom's fault.
Why? How?
Because why she showed him the pictures.
Why was he lying and saying that he was going to meetings at 3 a.m.? First of all.
Why would she show her? Why would she show her son that though?
Because that man lied up there in that bar and said that
No,
that woman was
no,
a groupie.
no.
And then he went home to his mother thinking that, his mother was a problem. So she said, no, I have to shut you up real quick. Here you go. You want to see your father? Here go your father.
Look at that. You see how you destroyed the image of a great man like that?
But was he really a great man?
Yes.
What's done in the dark is going to come to the light.
So wait, because he cheated one time?
He wasn't just cheating one time. He got that girl pregnant.
You know.
They was going at it. Like, they were going at
She
it.
said they was going at it.
For a while. Like for a good while.
I'm not doing this with you today.
It was.
Yeah, they was going at it for a while.
Whole movie he was having meetings late at night. Whole movie. Like, come on.
They had some stuff they had to discuss.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They just, now whether these confrontations is more physical than verbal,
Clearly.
I wasn't there. I just know what they said about him. All right? That's all I know. That's all I know. But this speaks to, we can segue a bit, because that's a very interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask you this.
Okay.
Do you think cheating is a mistake?
No, that's a choice. It's a decision. Like, that's a conscious thing. You could weigh out the pros and cons of how you're going to end up in the end result by taking those actions. And if you're okay with living with that end result, then you okay to make that conscious decision. So that's a choice.
You don't think it's a mistake?
You don't fall into bed by accident. So,
well, you use two different words there.
okay.
Definition of a mistake is an action or judgment that's misguided or wrong.
Okay.
Technically, cheating is wrong.
It is wrong.
So it's a mistake.
No, that's a choice.
Follow me for a second, because I know she's ready to attack. You see her, right? And she's like, no, you ain't getting away from this.
How is cheating a mistake? How is willingly talking, expressing consoling, whatever the case is, being there for however that person getting to know someone else, going to that extent of going out with them, getting to know them more, talking on those are all mistakes. Those are a lot of mistakes.
Well, it's a mistake because he or she is still responsible for it. Responsibility isn't nullified because it's a mistake.
It's not a mistake though.
Because think about it. If I take a test.
Okay, perfect example. Cardi and Offset right now. So obviously, y'all know he been cheating like crazy.
I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did.
First of all, he's
a great father.
He's a great. Thank you.
And she said that. So we're not taking that away from him. But a husband, no. He was dogging our sis out. Like, well, for the ladies, Argus, like, Bella Calise was going through it. Like, no, absolutely not. So when she got her get back, he was and did. That she knew what she was doing. Like, that was a choice. That was a conscious decision. She said, I'm going to get my get back because you're dogging me out crazy. So perfect case in point. And he knew what he was doing. Then he went back and started messing with the same girl that Cardi beat up in the strip club. That's crazy. You don't get no lower than that. They went to court on that. So you went back to the same bitch that I beat up for you. Had to go to court after I just whooped her ass. Now you back with her.
Beat up is crazy.
Yes.
Yes. But it's still a mistake though.
It's a mistake.
It is because here's why.
Yeah.
When most people hear a mistake, they think that it doesn't mean that the person's responsible for it.
No, I know they're responsible.
100% responsible for it, right?
Yes.
100% responsible for it. That's like you taking a test and you pick answer choice C instead of B. Oh yeah, it was a mistake that you picked C, yeah, but you still failed the test though. That don't mean the test is not failed.
I made a conscious, educated guess.
Well,
so I knew that it was going to be a 50-50.
So that's just
had to play my cards how I was dealt. So
that's just what it is.
It's what it is.
I think.
Tell my kids that all the time. Make an educated guess.
And I think
students, yeah.
The fact that people people attach that to that, meaning they'll say, well, it was a mistake to try to kind of cushion the responsibility for it, which no, you can't do. Can't do that. You're responsible for it. It is what it is.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's a mistake. It don't mean that you ain't gonna get the backlash for it. It ain't gonna mean that you know.
So have you justified cheating before?
No, I'm asking questions. I didn't say I justify anything. I'm just giving definition. That's just definition.
I'm just saying wrong way at it.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
clarity.
Yeah, I don't. Because at the end of the day,
first-hand account.
Well, because if you think about it in this aspect as well, is this usually when people say it was a mistake, they usually follow up with "I did this because," and then
to try to,
you get reasons for "I did this because your jeans wasn't as blue as his was," so right, or your hair wasn't as long as hers, so that's what I did. But the only reason is you did it because you wanted to do it.
Pretty much.
That's just what it is.
Yeah. Right.
Now you can want to do things and still. Oh yeah, that wasn't the right thing to do. Damn, you know what? That was a mistake. I did that shit. You're still responsible.
But you gotta know when going too far is going too far.
Well, that's why God gives us grace, right?
Yeah, I mean that's God.
Oh,
that's God.
There is a question.
I'm not.
I think there's two questions. Is cheating zero tolerance, and the second question is. You gotta know when going too far is going too far. Doesn't that also mean in terms of pushing the person to cheat?
Okay.
So, I guess the first question is it zero tolerance? Is cheating zero tolerance?
Most women would say yes. I'm putting him out the first time. No, that's really not always how it goes. You probably give that one pass and then you hope for the best, but. Honestly, it's definitely 2 strikes you out with me. We're not at 3, because then that's just crazy.
Why you don't get? Will God give you more than one?
I'm not God.
Here we go.
I'm not.
Give you more than one. Why you can't get more than one?
The Lord is still working through me, so I'm not there yet.
Corey, you see this?
I think there's ways to maneuver around this. Like if he only got 2 strikes and he says that don't count because we didn't establish titles. Do that still count as a strike?
Well, non-exclusivity is different. If we're not exclusive, then yeah, I'm free to date. I'm free. We're not exclusive. You haven't proclaim me as being your girlfriend. We haven't said okay. Like,
I mean, not to interrupt, but I don't know if that means you're free to date.
What do you mean?
Dudes usually like to operate where, oh yeah, we're open, so I can do what I want to do, but not you.
Oh. Ooh.
I don't think dudes can handle that.
It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street.
He said it's a two-way street. That's how it's supposed to go.
It's a two-way street.
Because I know there's a lot of dudes who's, that's how they usually move. They don't want nobody.
So they want to be the ones that could do whatever they want to do, but
Mm-hmm. You know what? No, Corey, because I'm gonna ask a question that everybody wants to know. Is cheating top 5 worst things you could do to a woman in a relationship?
Yes, especially if that woman has been like supporting you and holding you down. Like, absolutely, that is one of the worst things. Because I mean, cheating is not the worst thing.
It's not. It's not.
So I mean, in terms of what are you speaking of?
In a relationship. It's not the worst thing. It's not even top 5. You want to know why it's not top 5?
So what's worse than cheating?
Domestic violence is
okay, I had a feeling you were gonna go with that route. I wasn't thinking that far because ain't nobody putting their hands on me. But I thought we were still on the cheating because now we talking about something else.
You see how this goes?
Domestic disclaimer: I'm a Caribbean woman. Okay, my mother is from Dominica. We're not playing that, okay? Don't go to sleep. That's what she used to say. You gotta go to sleep at some time. So, yeah, domestic violence. Oh no, my hands is bisexual. They work both ways. Anybody can get it.
That's the worst thing you can do to a person.
Yes.
The worst.
That is
100%.
Definitely the worst.
You know the second worst thing is?
What?
Verbal abuse.
Yes, that is definitely
verbal abuse.
Yeah.
Because you got to realize, right?
I being that deep. I thought we were talking about cheating. That's all about the cheating.
But you just said, yeah, that's the worst you could do.
Well, I didn't know how far we was going, but you right.
Yeah, I'm saying like it's not even like, but verbal abuse is number 2 on that list.
Yes.
Because
any form of abuse obviously is like should not be tolerated. I mean, as a man that's doing the abusing, then you got to take a step back and look at yourself, whatever insecurities that you got going on, or whatever traumas and wounds that's not healed. Like,
right.
Yeah, you shouldn't be projecting that onto a woman, and vice versa, because
right.
There are women that do verbal abuse and they hit on men too. Like, I don't think that's okay.
Oh, could you repeat that for the people that's watching? I don't think they heard you loud and clear. So I need you to just speak up a little bit. You said what? What you said?
There are women that do the verbal abusing and that also hit on men as well, and they should not. Because at the end of the day, we all human beings. Like, we all got our limits. So men have their limits too, and I feel like y'all feelings is always so used to getting put on the back burner or not seen as equal to women's, or you supposed to compress them, but y'all feelings are valid.
Oh wait, no, I just need you to say that again, because you're saying some points that people just think that it's just I just be talking.
No.
You can say that again, please. You said men's what? Men's feelings get what?
They get compressed and they get kind of like overlooked. So, and we're supposed. For women, we think like, oh, you're a man, you're supposed to be able to just like push through whatever the case is, but no, like, I have brothers, people like that I call my brothers. I have male cousins, whatever the case is. So I see what they go through, whatever the case. So I'm
right.
Definitely
empathetic.
Right. I can provide empathy.
So
yes.
so number 2 is, like you said, verbal abuse, any form of abuse, of course.
Yes.
Number 3, obviously, sexual abuse. Obviously, like nobody wants. Can you imagine your man saying, "Yeah, my wife don't never tell me no"?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah. That's insane.
You know what number 4 is?
What?
And you might not agree, but we can debate this. If he's broke. So you're gonna sit here and tell me? Wait, hold on. You're gonna sit here and tell me a man that's broke ain't worse than a man that's cheating on you? I need to hear this. And for the people in the back, so they can hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
Define broke.
You know what that is. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Is he going through a transition?
No,
phase?
He broke.
Or he's just like,
nah, he
not
broke.
Even trying to get the money up?
He broke. And you know what broke is. Don't do this.
No ambition, no dream, just broke.
He broke.
I mean, don't put yourself in that predicament.
He broke.
Don't
He's
put yourself
broke.
in that predicament.
What? Look. What if he trying to get the money?
Okay, that. Oh, sorry.
No, you good.
Sorry, I think I'm.
Let me see.
Yes. I'm sorry, it's because this keeps dropping.
I got you. I'm listening. Don't put yourself in that predicament. Go ahead.
Yes. Only because I think you kind of. Yikes. I don't know.
You don't know what? No, you can say it.
I'm trying to think about my words.
Yeah. Don't. You ain't gotta put them. You gotta put. You go. Yeah, you put. Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening. Don't buck dance around this. I need to hear this one.
Baroque.
Yep, he broke.
Okay. I feel like now, for me, personally speaking, like at the age that I'm at, broke is a non-negotiable. Yeah, you cannot be broke. You can't be broke.
Huh.
Like, you have to be trying to get to the money some way, somehow. I know everybody got their ways, and get it how you can. Cool. Like, if you're trying to transition from illegal to legal, no problem. If you have your little side endeavors that's also helping you get the money together, no problem. Just don't include me in it. That's really about it. But definitely you should be, because I'm getting my money. So at the end of the day, I need someone to, at least look like they're on that track of life where they're trying to build some stability and financial, support, whatever the case is, for themselves. Not even let alone financially support for me, but can you financially support yourself? Like, or are you going to be asking me for $10 for a meal? Like, you know what I'm saying?
So broke is up there.
Yeah, broke is, we can't do that.
Broke is up there.
Life is hard right now. It's inflation, groceries. Gas prices ain't been the lowest these days.
Look at that.
Rent is skyrocketing.
Look at this.
So
look at this.
Don't have time for that. We don't have time for that.
Yeah. Keep on like this. Yeah. It's a non-negotiable, right?
It's a non-negotiable. I'm sorry. Because listen, you could be. There's plenty of jobs out here. Like, there's plenty of jobs. And I appreciate the man that's going out there trying to, go to that 9 to 5, because I have a 9 to 5, so I don't have nothing wrong with that. I know someone's like, I don't want the 9 to 5. No, why not? Shit.
So do you think women are lying when they say that?
Like, they don't want a man with a 9 to 5?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the type of woman. Some women that are not in that 9 to 5 realm themselves, and they're in maybe like, they like that fast money, whatever the case is, that might be appealing for them. Someone who is also getting the money fast, and then someone who's kind of getting it steady and in a more, way that's deemed by society is like the right way to go about getting their money. It may seem boring to them. So it really depends on the type of woman that you're trying to attract.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So number 4 is broke. You know what number 5 is?
What is that?
He's a bitch.
Okay. Define what makes a man.
You know what? Don't do this with me today.
I don't.
Yes,
I don't. But I would like to know from a man himself.
Every time y'all have an argument, he start crying.
Crying?
Yeah, he crying.
Okay.
He start crying.
Oh man.
He start crying.
No, I don't want. I need a secure man, honestly.
He start crying.
I need a man's man. I need a secure man. And let's talk about men not being able to fix shit no more. Okay, I need a man that's going to do something around the house that can help. Put up a shelf. Maybe we could put this desk together, something like.
I'm sorry. Can I riff on this? Like,
yes.
What? Because there's
a lot of men out here that don't do the handy shit no more. Like. It's a lot of men out here.
When I voice that, a lot of ladies says that doesn't matter. And then I just now found out like a month ago, it's this thing that's called TaskRabbit.
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
Yes.
That's sad.
Yes.
Why do that exist? Why do that exist?
No, honestly,
that's
like, a toolbox is so hard to get. Like, come on now. Yeah. Directions coming to assemble everything. Like, it can't be that hard to follow.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I get it in terms of if this, I get it. If you're a lady and you have a house, I don't expect her to maintenance the house the same way a guy maintenance the house. So I don't expect her to go on the roof.
No.
And I don't expect her to go out there and pull up the weeds.
No.
Like if she got a car, I don't expect her to say, "All right, let me go."
Tire.
Yeah, I don't expect her to do that. So I understand TaskRabbit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just.
But if a man is around, then I shouldn't need a TaskRabbit. I shouldn't need to be.
I feel like there's ladies who have dudes and still be on some. No, I got this.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of that. I feel like there's guys when they pull out their card to pay, girls push their hand back and says no because I could pay stuff too, and the guy is like, why?
I don't have no conversation. I turned my head the other way. You do what you gotta do. I don't.
She said, make sure his card work because y'all playing games. All right, y'all card machine better work. All right, y'all do take American Express. Y'all do that.
Yeah, I don't.
Right. So wait.
No.
So all the things I just named to you was worse than.
It was worse than cheating.
So the cheating.
Now imagine if you got a man that's doing all of that. That's crazy. That's diabolical. Crazy.
Hold on. Ain't even gotta be all.
Crazy work.
One is enough.
Yeah, one is enough.
Right? One is enough.
Yeah.
One is enough.
I will say that a lot of girls who stay with dudes who cheat is because in previous relationships they encountered one or all of those situations. And they're like, and they usually always lead with, I understand the good qualities of him and he cares. And then, she get clowned by the ladies. which leads to the question, I guess, why do the ladies be clowning?
I was just about to segue to that because y'all women are mean.
We're mean.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all mean.
How are we mean?
Y'all mean, especially to each other. Y'all mean. Everything.
I don't think we're mean. We're mean.
Everything a man needs to learn about a woman, you know where he's gonna learn it from?
From the woman. Well, first of all, he should have learned it from his mother.
Oh yeah. Oh, but y'all don't like that.
Why?
Most women don't like his mother giving him the game. Why?
Why not?
Why? Why y'all like that? His mom's giving him the game.
His mother should have raised him right.
Right.
Because that's what I'm coming to when he start acting out of line because you didn't raise your son right.
You think most women want a man that mother's still in his corner, telling him the game? Let me show you the place. And look, I know you feel this way, but look.
How is she telling him the game? Like, is she trying to tell him the game to pretty much go against our relationship, or is she trying to tell him the game to help and better him in our relationship? So if it's to help and better him, she could stay right there where she's at and keep coaching him.
And guess what? And
step it away.
And he's telling her, and he's telling him the things women do, because she was a woman your age at a point in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with mothers.
Yeah.
That's really, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Because I was raised by a good mother.
Absolutely.
A great mother. So at the end of the day, like, I'm not someone that doesn't know how to play their position in a relationship. Like, I know women's roles, I know men's roles. It's sometimes a man don't know his role. Then it's sometimes that he don't know that, yes, a woman does have roles, but it's certain things that you need to be doing in order for me to submit to my role. So I'm not just going to be submitting and you're not providing anything. This is not, you're not just taking from me, because then you just look like a taker. That's it. But if you giving me a reason to submit, why not? I will fulfill what I need to do. But if you can't be looking for reward and you don't have nothing to show for it on your end, what am I rewarding?
Let me ask you this, right? Well, you did speak, but you said you was good with mothers. This part of our show is called "What's Your Nail in the Coffin?" All right.
Okay.
So this pretty much, you just describe a time, romantically, friendship, business, whatever. Something happened where you was just like, you know what? I'm good with this. What was the nail in the coffin for you? What was it like? You was like, nah, I'm out. Nah, they bugging, tripping. I'm good. What was your nail in the coffin? You ain't gotta say no names. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta say no. You can give them different names, whatever. It could be whatever. You could start. Matter of fact, you could start friendship wise.
I'm not gonna go lie, I'm heartless. So I don't even think I should answer this. I've always been the one to end the relationship, pretty much.
Oh, so the problem is you. Oh, okay.
No, the problem is not me.
Okay, all right.
But I'm gonna tell you why. Because at the end of the day, it's the intangibles. It's what I don't have to touch feel or things like that, but it's what I see, your demeanor, and how you make me feel, and what I can learn, if or am I learning anything from you. So for instance, I have broken up with a man because I felt like he had no ambition. Like, that's some real shit. Like, if I feel like you're not trying to elevate your life, I don't feel like, you're not showing anything, I am all within giving it a fair shot. So this is like, okay, a year, 2 years, relationships. And if I feel like, we're not making any progress, there's no headway, why am I going to be sticking around? I'm an ambitious woman, so I would like an ambitious man. I'm not saying that you have to have the 6 figures all right now, but I'm saying, damn, you got a plan? You're trying to work towards it? Like, are you doing something? Because as you can see, I'm in the gym, I'm working, I'm doing this and that. Like,
you in there. I'm telling you. And I see them under the comments, boy. They like, yo.
But that's what I'm saying. So I would like an ambitious man. I would like a man that's goal driven. I would like someone that, has a plan, wants to see themselves in a different space, whether it's in a year, 2 years, whatever the case is. And that doesn't even have to mean physical, tangible space, like mentally, like growth. So like, if you're just not, I gotta go.
So that was your nail in the coffin?
Yeah.
He wasn't ambitious.
Yeah. He had no drive.
He had no drive. But he had a license though. See, it's just never enough. It's never enough. Alright, so
not to pry. I just want to know how you broke that off to him and what his response was.
I know exactly how she did it. I'll tell you, I know exactly how she did it. You know what she did? This number has been changed.
No.
That's not how she did it. I know.
Actually, this was my college boyfriend. I actually invited him over, sat him down.
Toxic.
And we just had to have the talk. And he did cry, unfortunately. But
oh, wow. So he was, okay. I just wanted to make that correlation. All right, go for it.
He did cry.
Wow.
And I felt a little bad.
No, you did not.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you did
Only
not.
That was my college sweetheart, and I really thought that we was gonna be together forever. And then when I just kind of saw, like, when we both were out of the college space, and I'm like, okay, now we're in the real world, and now I'm kind of just seeing you, like, okay, how are we really gonna make this life happen? And you weren't really applying anything towards it. I was just like, yeah, no.
I felt bad. No, you didn't.
I did feel bad.
No, you didn't.
I did.
So if you felt bad, why you leaving? You know what I'm saying? He need grace too.
And I understand that, and I did give him grace.
How much grace you gave him?
I gave him a lot of, so I'm a very supportive person. He was going to chase his dream, whatever the case was, and I was very supportive in it. I don't stop anyone from going to chase their dreams because I wouldn't want them to do that to me. So I definitely was very, very supportive of him, but he just, we were together for 2 years.
Wait, hold on. You said, when's your birthday?
I'm April.
April what?
17th.
You're
Aries.
Turn this camera off. I'm not doing this.
Why?
I'm not doing this.
Why?
Corey, I'm not doing it. Corey,
Why
this explains it.
What does it explain?
I'm very no, y'all mean.
We're not mean. We are honest, yes, and we are very loyal to those who are loyal to us. We are definitely givers, yes. We do have tempers, yeah. If you step out of line, we're gonna put you back in line.
Whoa, step out. You see? You see this? You see?
Yeah, that's us. We don't tolerate that because at the end of the day, I know what I bring to the table. I'm not no,
Right. Talk about it.
Low vibrational woman.
Oh.
Like, I'm very confident and secure in myself. I am.
Okay. So you made him cry.
No, I made him cry.
Yes, you did.
And we went our separate ways, and I wish him all the best, and I hope he's doing great in life.
So y'all went y'all separate. You broke up with him.
Yes, I did.
Why'd you do that? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like young men shouldn't be held to the same standard as older fellas. I don't know if I feel quite the same about ladies, and I don't know if that's a full double standard.
Why shouldn't we hold to the same standard? Why shouldn't we hold younger men? And what do we mean? Are we younger men in their 20s?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like men in their 20s. I feel like men in their 20s is still.
How late into the 20s?
I feel like like late 20s, you can start holding them accountable.
Yes.
More accountable.
Because once you get like 26, like let's start getting it together. Let's start really figuring out. 20 to 25, have fun. Those are really the golden years. You should be out there, do your big one. For sure.
Do your big one. I loved it. I loved it.
But once you start getting to those later 20s and you know 30 is knocking around the corner, you might want to start getting life in order. Get your credit right. Make sure you got, you know, a little savings. Make sure you got money for a little rainy day. Do you have a vehicle? We're not saying that you have to have anything crazy, but let's get to point.
That's exactly what you're saying. Yes,
no,
it
I'm
is.
not. No,
Yes,
I'm
it is.
not. No, I'm not.
Well,
No, I'm not.
because I mean,
Absolutely not.
now, right, Alexis? Like,
Materialistic is materialistic. That's one thing that I do know. You could lose it tomorrow.
Well, yeah, but I mean, all material ain't the same now. We got polyester and you got silk. All right, we know
that's
it.
true.
We know it different.
But I'm not going to hold any higher regard versus the polyester and the silk. I mean, because some polyesters I do like, and some silks I don't like. And that's just the
If
reality.
I gave you the money that you wanted,
Okay.
you ain't gonna buck that. You see, you.
But money doesn't equate to how much I care for someone.
No.
It doesn't. And it doesn't equate to you thinking that you're going to get with me because you have a certain amount of money.
What are you going to buy when you go to the store for you to feel good? You buying polyester or silk?
I may like polyester.
I
You
know.
never know.
I know. I didn't. But what
It
you
may
buying?
be some polyester. I can't say for sure.
You gonna get a polyester
I
dress?
thrift. I like to thrift. I'm not for the labels. Like right now, the sweater is Fashion Nova, the bodysuit is Amazon, the shorts is Fashion Nova, and the boots is Macy's. My bag is MCM. That's what you're gonna get out of me.
You know,
I'm
and
somebody
you know-
that's gonna put it together. I don't need all the labels.
but that's not fair because
What?
in that scenario, you make the clothes look good. And
Yeah.
you're not about
Yeah, you saw what
making
she
the dude
did,
look
right?
good.
Say it again.
You're not about making the dude look good.
Why not?
Because if you have to upgrade him, I feel like you don't want to be with him. I feel like if he's already
No, that's
there
not true.
and you could push him higher, that's cool. But if you feel like you're above him, I don't feel like you're trying to lift him up.
I wouldn't say that for me personally. I have always been a supportive partner since and I've always had long-term relationships. So in high school, I was dating my high school boyfriend for like 4 years. Like we went into our freshman years of college still dating. And so, you know, I'm very much that supportive person, but I do accept when people grow apart, honestly, and I do accept that I'm thinking, and the way that I'm thinking, how I'm trying to elevate myself may not be how you're trying to elevate yourself. So, and that's just realities. I don't have no problem supporting, but it's not going to be support with no progress. You're not going to not put the work in, and it's an investment. Relationships are an investment.
Right.
So if I'm investing into you, let me get a return on my investment.
Your
in some
ROI.
way. Yeah, even if it's just marginal, even if it's small, I would like to see that you are going in the right direction or you're trying to put forth some effort. And that's a lot of time men don't want to do the small stuff. They don't want to put in a little bit of effort that
Like what?
it takes.
Like what?
Now, like what, when you talking about what topic? So we have to decide, are you talking about relationships or are you talking about a man just trying to elevate himself?
Well,
Both.
Both. I'm gonna say both.
Because, yeah, I'm open ears.
Yeah, I'm with both. In
Okay.
your experience.
In my experience,
Because men approach you. I know they do.
okay.
Yeah, they use a small piece of leather, but you're so well put together. All right, they know. They know. So when you see the approach, what's your take?
What is my take? Like just off of first glance?
Yeah, when they approach you, or after they approach you, and then y'all get to the talking stage.
I mean, well, here's where there is.
Where do you feel they dropped the ball?
I feel like they dropped the ball by trying to get intimate too fast. I
You
mean,
mean sexually?
yeah,
Okay.
but that's just, I don't know. Sometimes I guess that can come with depending on how you look as a woman, then they assume whatever the case is. But I'm just talking in general, a man trying to elevate himself.
Right.
That's what I'm speaking on. So I have seen men that have not taken the initiative of elevating themselves and wonder why women tend to part ways, because naturally as women, for one, they always say our mind develops faster, or our mind it gets fully more developed than a man after a certain age. It takes men a little bit longer. So right off the bat, women, we know what we want for the most part. We know what we want. We know what we're looking for. We know what we're trying to do within our lives. So I mean, men, y'all, they have your boys will be boys, so like you always get that.
I think that I think.
Or like you said, have some grace. He's in his 20s. Like we always made to make an excuse as to why y'all not equipped, why y'all not there yet. Like, oh, he's just, having his fun. Like, yeah, we hear that all the time from men. Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Yes.
Play devil's advocate. I think women at an early age know what they can get.
What do you mean by that?
Because the inherent value of a man is acquired over time by what he does. Your inherent value, or women in general, is how they look.
It's how a man looks?
No, not a man. How a woman looks.
How we inherit our values based off of how we look?
Your youth.
Our youth? You think so?
Because you gotta think about it.
I want a youthful man. So at the end of the day.
You saw she spun that just now? Like, yo.
Yeah.
Put that in there.
Y'all youth matters too. Hairlines are important. Okay. Good skin is a factor.
That's cool.
How well do you keep your nails as a man? Hygiene for men. That's also another thing too. A lot of men don't pay attention to the small stuff. Like you might not touch me based on how your hands look. Okay.
For women in general, do you think? And this is what I mean by their inherent values when they are younger as opposed to when they get older, is because number one, you ever heard the term, young spring chicken and all of this, right? That's obviously it has some truth to it. Men men are attracted to what they see.
Women too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want you to slow me down. I got a fat face like myself. Can you keep up?
I think what he's trying to say is that the ladies, right?
But times have changed. So what you're speaking on is something that may have been relevant maybe a couple years ago, but women now, honestly speaking, a lot of women that are later in their 20s, maybe even some just on the cusp of like the 30, 31s, they're dating younger men. They're not dating men that's around their age.
Well,
they're going younger.
No, listen, I ain't gonna cut you with some bad. I'm listening.
Yeah, like it's coming down to that too for us as well. Because we see like the aged out men, the baby mothers, looking like he don't care about his health. He not really doing too much with himself, no culture, no experience in life.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like I don't want that either. So
out men is crazy. That's probably the funniest thing I've ever heard.
It's true. Like times are different now.
Aged out. Man.
No.
So you don't think generally women want an older man?
I don't want that.
Y'all want that? Why?
Women who want the older man see it as more as what they can get out of those older men that are more established, have the money, things like that. They're looking for someone to pay their bills, in my opinion. I've never been for the older man complex. That does nothing for me.
Wow.
Why? I don't.
What you not getting?
I don't know.
Gray hairs is not badges of honor to me. I don't know what you're not getting. Oh my goodness.
To all my museum and natural history brothers out there.
Oh man.
Hang it up.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Yo.
She out here breaking feelings. This whole older feelings doing that thing like for their personality.
Yo.
She said no.
Oh my gosh. Yo.
So that's the crazy.
No, I'm hearing some very interesting things, right? So it sounds as if, and tell me that you got your stuff together.
Yeah.
All right. So you're.
But that's understandable, though. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
Now, my question is, right, because this is often something that guys talk about, which is like, you got your stuff together, and yet you're still growing.
Yes.
You're still trying to hit a higher plateau, right?
Yes.
How does it feel that because you got your stuff together and you're still aiming higher, that you done eliminated a bunch of your dating pool? Or have you not because polyester is good?
Oh man, this.
If older men are half my dating pool, I really have to tighten up. That's what I'm.
Okay, what I'm thinking is
You ain't right for that. You ain't right. That's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out.
I'm thinking like in terms of. I'm assuming, and tell me if I'm wrong, that you would like a guy to have as much as you or more. And that's what I mean.
Yeah, at least meet me halfway. Like,
and if he don't have as much as you, he's eliminated from.
No, he's not eliminated because if he has ambition and drive, and I see that he is actively trying to pursue more for himself, whether progress is progress, small stuff, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
I could see that we talk about that, like, and he's telling me his course of plan, his plan of action, whatever the case is, and he's actually sticking to it and helping me and motivating me. Like, I get motivated by that. Like, honestly, like seeing a man actually go after what he wants, like that is motivating for a lot of women. I mean, for me personally, it is. So yeah, that doesn't just because you may have a little less, no, but you got a plan. Like, you're trying to do something, right? Okay, we talked about your plan. You actually are working through those steps, whatever they may be for whatever you're trying to pursue, then yeah, I have no problem with that.
So a trying man is worth it?
Yes.
Okay.
A man that is actively trying and you can, see him trying, yes.
Okay.
Don't tell me that you're trying and you're really not trying. I mean, and time will tell. And it's, you'll have a grace period, but then that grace is going to run out.
So,
because like you said, for the woman, youth, right? I can't be giving away all my youth on somebody that's not doing nothing.
Talk about it.
Like, I'm giving away my best years to hang around for the hopes of the what if and the possible potential. Potential only gets you so far if you're not really acting on it. So, yeah.
Pretty much what you're saying is that just don't approach it. Just don't.
At least be in the right mindset and frame of you knowing what you are trying to do in life and understanding about what it's going to take to get there, and then having a plan to get there. Yes, nobody said it has to happen overnight, but
that's exactly what you're saying. Yes.
No.
Yes, it is.
I didn't happen overnight. I'm a realist. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or bullshit it. I didn't happen overnight, so how can I assume that just because he's a man, he's gonna have it overnight? He's a human being. He's facing trials and tribulations within himself. Life could be whooping his ass right now. Like, because it does it to the best of us. It does it to all of us, man or woman. It spares no one.
Right.
So I'm not gonna sit here and just, we don't got it together. What's going on? Like, that's.
So can't the same thing be said about, him sleeping with Sarah down the block?
What does that mean? What are you talking about? Where does Sarah come from?
He's saying if he cheats, be patient.
Yeah, alright.
So I have all right. So you bring us. It's interesting. Your take. It's interesting. I'm gonna ask you this.
Yes.
You want to be married?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want your man to be traditional?
No, because I'm not traditional. He could have traditional elements, but we don't have to be full on traditional with everything that we do. Because I know I have non-traditional ways that's about me.
Like what?
I ain't got to get into all of that.
Ooh! Ooh!
That's for our future husband.
Oh!
But,
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think, aside from what you observe, obviously, because you're in a field where you observe literally the circumstances that come to your place of business, right? Outside of even finish, you said you are a teacher.
Yes.
And you see the parents.
Yes.
Of the students.
Yes.
How, from your observation from the woman's perspective, from what you see, do you think women want a traditional man, meaning a man that takes care of everything? the financial aspect, and like you said, being able to fix it, you know, the car and everything. Do you think women are looking for that? Do you think? Because I mean, I hear a lot. Well, yeah, I'll do 50-50.
Who said that?
Okay, well, I think you just pretty much answered the question.
Yeah.
So you just pretty much answered the question. So the answer is yes. They want traditional.
Yes. But that's why I said I do have non-traditional elements, because at the end of the day, okay, if he's paying all of the rent or whatever the case is, when you start talking about stuff like that, keeping groceries in the house, that's an easy task as a woman. You could do that. You should be doing that, depending on how you were raised.
At least if you ain't putting it in there, at least cook them.
But no, you should be. Like, when it comes to upkeep of the house and, you know, just basic household necessities, like, you as a woman, you should be able to cover that. Like, you should be able to maintain your house. Like, you should be able to make sure that your fridge is full, your cleaning supplies are stocked up.
Right.
You know, y'all not running low on toilet paper. Now you asking him to go get it. No, like, that is, it's part of your house. That's part of the upkeep.
Okay.
Yeah, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't believe in 50-50, but you do believe in contribution.
Yes, I do believe in contribution.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, essentially.
Because when a man sees you contribute, it makes him want to get more.
Oh, you very interesting. You know your power. You know your power. You know your power. That was very interesting what you said, because it is true.
Exactly.
So. It is true. It is true. So women do want that traditional.
Yeah.
In the traditional sense, right? Mm-hmm. And making pretty much taking care of everything.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, that's how a lot of us. For me, I was raised. I don't know. My dad is very much a traditional man. He pays for everything. I think that's also another reason why I don't have that older man complex, because I have a very present father. I don't want to date someone that looks like they could be my dad. I don't want to do that.
So pretty much anybody older than you is out of the question.
It depends on the age gap. Like, I'm not 30 yet, but I'm close. So
right.
Yeah, like anyone within my age range, late 40s, no, 50, no, Some 30s, you gotta be skeptical, because they could be older, but they may not have their shit together. And then, I don't know, that's just.
And the younger dude, you just rather put your, you know.
No, just because I've seen there are younger guys that do have their shit together. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and me and that woman want the traditional man, right? You know, the one who wants to take care of things. Should a man, let's say, give you a scenario. Mm-hmm. John meets, Sarah, right? And John is traditional man.
Okay.
Takes care of bills. They up until the point where they're about to get married.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Sarah's father is not present in her life.
Okay.
And in the traditional sense, the father of the bride pays for the wedding. Should John walk away?
I mean, they shouldn't have been going down that aisle if he didn't know how it was going to get paid for from the beginning. So, unless that was disclosed and that was a previous conversation between John and Sarah, like, okay, we are paying for this because, my dad is not present.
Right.
Cool.
Wait, you mean him?
Well, him. Well, I mean, some couples, they do contribute to their wedding.
Right.
I mean, it depends. But
so you
I don't think that's nothing to walk away from, because just because my father is not able to pay for it, now you're ready to walk away. That makes me think you're going to walk away from me. Like,
well, you said he shouldn't have been walking in the aisle. So would you?
No, but I'm saying, because you're saying that he doesn't have that prior knowledge. I'm assuming is what you're saying. Like, he didn't know the father wasn't around or whatever the case is.
Or let's say the pops just dipped off. He just dipped. I ain't paying for it. My father's not here. He's not paying for it. So now what? Should he leave her?
Should he leave her? It's crazy. That's a wishy-washy ass man. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that for nobody.
Wait, why is it wishy-washy?
Because my father can't pay for it. Now you want to leave me? You wasn't even with me for the beginning. You wasn't really down for me from the beginning.
Well, isn't it unfair for him to pay for the wedding when the responsibility is not on him to pay for the wedding technically?
That's technicalities. I'm talking about this person actually being for me, that wants to be with me. Not my father.
No, he do want to be with you.
But so then why would he leave me just because my dad can't pay for it? We can figure that shit out later.
Well, he is gonna figure that out, obviously, because he's gonna pay for
Yeah.
it. So you think that's not grounds to leave?
No.
Interesting. Interesting.
Mm-mm.
So if John couldn't pay for anything, not even a light bill, she'd leave him.
What do you mean?
If he's broke.
We wouldn't be in that situation to begin with. Why would I be going down the aisle with a broke man? That is crazy. That is setting yourself up for failure.
Okay.
No.
Interesting. So at any rate, just pay for it, right? That's
Yeah.
what you're saying. Like you said, it's some non-traditional elements. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. So long story short, no going down the aisle with broke men.
Mm-mm.
And if the father of the bride can't pay for the wedding, the husband to be should pay for it.
I got a question.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No.
As a sister,
Mm-hmm.
right? 'Cause you have brother. Is it okay for him to walk down the aisle with a broke lady?
No.
Oh. Whoa.
She shouldn't be broke either.
She shouldn't be broke.
No.
So it's not alright for him to say, "Yo, sis, don't worry about it. I'll take care of everything."
Wait, who's saying that?
The brother.
Your brother.
Oh, like if it was my brother
Yeah.
saying that?
Mhm.
Oh, well, yeah, sure, why not?
So he could walk down the aisle with a broke lady.
No one should be walking down the aisle with anyone who is broke. Anyone who is broke
Alright,
should
wait.
not be walking down
Hold
the
on.
aisle with them.
I
You
know
are
this-
building a life with that person. You gonna tell me that person has nothing to offer? They can't contribute in no kind of way, and you willing to put yourself in that predicament because it's only gonna build future resentment.
But that's not true because there's broke and there's in between blessings, right?
Okay,
So-
yes, that's basically what I was saying. So, or is she in between blessings? Is that what we're saying?
A dude who makes $30,000 a year, he can give you something, but he's still considered broke.
I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, what you said? You ain't gotta whisper that. You ain't gotta whisper that.
I know that times is rough right now. I ain't gonna lie to 30,000 a year. It might not. Once taxes start getting taken out, say if you got benefits with that job, they start taking that out. Check don't. Listen. If he's saving, that's great. If he's really being wise with his money.
So you wouldn't date a man 30,000?
Remember how I told you they was paying teachers more in New Jersey?
Oh, okay, my bad. My bad.
Yeah,
Forgot that part.
Yeah.
Right. Forgot that part. He just don't.
And you wanna know why? I feel like because a lot of women, they don't want to feel as though they're in a position where they're taking care of the man. Like, because it's kind of like a stigma, I think, for black culture. Like, oh, don't be taking care of that man. You got that man. You just laid up. You just taking care. Like, yeah, like we don't want to fall. We're taught not to fall into that trap of the taking care of the man. Now, some women, they jump 2 feet in, but
some.
I'm gonna say some because I'm not gonna group all, and I'm not gonna say majority. I will say some. Some willingly do it. Some, again, they ride on potential, hoping that man gets it together. That potential don't really pan out. The in-between blessings. Maybe he got that blessing and now he just mishandled it.
The in-between blessings.
And that was a good one.
You gotta coin the phrase. You have to.
Yeah.
He's in between blessings is crazy.
How we see it, we want someone that has a real mindset on, okay, I want to elevate my life. I want to grow. I don't want to be complacent. I don't want to just be standing still in one spot.
Right.
If we can come to that mutual understanding, then everything else will fall into place.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
So you're telling me, because you're right, like in terms of like ladies don't want to look like they're taking care of a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like a man is less of a man if he is receiving alimony?
Oh.
I gotta hear this.
That always cracks me up, like when the man looks for spousal support.
You said cracks you?
It always cracks me up. It really does.
But I feel like every reality show,
Okay.
all these girls who's bowling out of control,
Mm-hmm.
that's how they got there. But when it's flipped on its head, there's a crazy stigma.
I know it is. Because I think if the stigma is like, you a man, like, why you need my support? Like, what do you need my support for? Like, you know, go out, do what you gotta do, go get your job. Like, you know, I don't know. I mean, you saw what happened with Iman Shumpert. He tried it, and then Tiana said, yeah, you thought. And she took him for everything.
Yo, that's crazy. You're on her side?
Listen, I'm not picking any sides, but at the end of the day, she worked hard. Like, she do work hard for her money. Tiana Taylor is a multifaceted type of woman. She does a lot. Like, you know, she's been that girl. And not to say that Iman hasn't been that guy, but we know Tiana Taylor, like, My Sweet 16, like, that's where she really, like, she's always been that type of, we knew she was going to be some type of an icon. Like, we knew.
Right.
Like, whether it was the acting, whether it was the music, whatever the case is. So, you know, he can't really say he had his hand in her talents or in her successes, because she was already set up for success from the beginning. I mean, that's just the type of person that she is, that from what we could see.
I mean, he did have a hand in her success because he made her a wife.
How did that have a hand in her success? Just because she was a wife didn't make her successful.
Well, isn't it?
Well, then if that was the case, then he should have been kept it going in the NBA, because babe, he was out of there quicker than quick. It looked like he was riding off of her money, and that's why he want that support, huh?
Isn't it a successful
because he
thing?
saw that what she was making was more than that NBA salary. Okay, Iman should have been more focused on the court. That's what he should have been giving all his talents to.
Isn't being a wife successful?
No. Why does a wife? Wait, you're saying a wife equates to success?
That's not a success in life.
There are miserable wives out here. Miserable wives.
Well, marriage ain't easy.
So then, okay.
It's not easy. Anything great is never easy.
Being a wife does not make you successful.
It's successful in some things because most won't be wives.
And? My degree is what makes me successful. My money, that check say my name based off of that degree that I got, the job, my occupation, that's what makes me successful. Being a wife does not equate to success.
Why not?
It just doesn't. Because at the end of the day, I'm a woman. Like, you know, me being a woman, me being me within myself, and all of the accomplishments that I have achieved, that is what makes me successful. Being a wife doesn't make what?
You don't think that's a level of success?
No.
You don't think that's a level of success?
No. That is somewhere that a lot of women, we want to say, okay, yes, we have fulfilled that, we're a wife, and you know, we have our family and our husband. Yeah, like anything, that's a goal that you want to get to. Right. But if you don't get to that goal, there's other goals to accomplish to still make you successful.
No, of course. I'm not saying that you're any less significant. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not saying that. Because I think everyone has something to offer to God's earth. Mm-hmm. You know, life is about people.
I don't know when it's a success. When my man is taking care of everything. That's a successful.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you got to the. She got to the. I was waiting for success. That's what I was waiting for. You know, I was just waiting.
I don't have to lift a finger, and he is there for me emotionally, spiritually, financially, tangible, materialistic, not materialistic, supporting me in my endeavors. That will make a successful life. If you're not doing all of that, I don't see where's the success.
Okay. So
you just now eliminated 3/4 of the dating pool.
I was
with that.
say
You know what I'm saying? Just know that. Know what
How? I'm saying if he's doing all of that as a husband,
he should.
Okay, because now let's remember, as a husband, it's your responsibility to lead. As a man, it is your responsibility to lead. And that's the problem. Most men don't want to lead. They want to follow the woman. Don't follow. Then most men, they're not equipped to be leaders. Why do they think a lot of women are not submitting? I'm not submitting to no fool. I'm not submitting to somebody that's going to lead me down the wrong path. Why would I do that? That's crazy.
No, you ain't nothing for me. I mean, you know, all men ain't created equal. I know that. Yeah, you know, because there's me and there's everybody else.
To be a successful wife, you have to be led by a husband that is deeming and sees himself to be successful.
I mean,
so that way he can reciprocate that and also translate it onto me.
I mean, you already a wife before he get there, to be honest.
Already a wife?
Yeah, because God said when man finds a wife, he finds a good thing.
Okay.
Right? So you
So
know.
you think that all women just come in like that package?
Oh, well, if all men ain't created equal, for damn
Wait,
sure.
that was hard.
If all men ain't created equal, for damn sure, all
Yeah.
women ain't created equal. We know that's a very elite club.
Mm-hmm.
We know that. So I would never ever say that. Yeah, all women. No.
So people could be taught.
Yes.
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 But
Yes.
I think that's how most people are in that position, right? Because you have to know what that is. You have to be taught what that is, right?
Yes.
There isn't enough teaching going on from I think our older generations for our men and women of
True.
showing them what to be for another person, because I don't think people really fathom what it means to be married to someone for life. You know what that means? Like, my mother and my father been together for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Eight,
So you have a good example.
right. So, but even with that, it's not perfect. Even
No.
with that, it's you know, they have their ups and downs. You know,
Mm-hmm.
my father calls my mother a witch every day, and I'd be dying laughing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that stuck out to me was this. I went to order Wendy's for my mom, something like that. I ordered something from her. I went out and got it for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to my father and I asked him, what did he want? You know what the magic was?
I don't think that's one.
You know what the magic was in it?
What?
They ordered the exact same thing.
Okay. They know each other.
They ordered the exact same way. I asked her what you want. I asked him what he wanted. And I went back, I said, damn, they ordered the exact same order.
Mm-hmm. And what does that signify to you?
The magic in it. Because how many people do you know? Best friends don't even do that.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, give me a shot of this, and somebody orders something different. The exact same order, the exact same way. You gotta know that person.
They're compatible.
You gotta know that person.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing I've learned was this, that their happy ending didn't happen. They had to create it.
Mm-hmm. But they had a plan. They had a course of action. And that's what I'm saying. And they followed it to whatever extent to get them to where they are. But if you're not following that course of plan of action, you're not doing anything, you're not putting in the effort, you cannot expect to get to 40 years.
I mean, yeah, because you know, you already eliminated 90% of the dudes.
So any which way we're gonna flip it.
Yeah, I mean, you eliminated 90% of the dudes. So.
I did not.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you did.
I did not.
I don't know. They ain't got no chance.
They do have a chance. It's not all, but
So how much money does he have to make?
why? Money is not. It's not.
It matters. Yes, it do. Don't tell me. So you would take $30,000 a year then, if it don't matter, wouldn't you?
Yeah. And then what if he has something else that he's also trying to pursue on the side?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's gonna take a time though. But $30,000 for the first 10 years.
Like, and what I said, nothing happens overnight. If he has his plan, if he has what he's trying to do laid out, and he's following that, and I see that that he is actively putting stuff in motion, putting the pieces together to try to better himself and to get out of that $30,000 range, if that is what he wants to do, or maybe that's just one avenue of a stream of income for him. Maybe he has others, and the $30,000 is not the end all be all. So it depends.
First 10 years of your relationship, you fine with your man making $30,000 a year?
I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the only thing that he's doing.
For the first 10 years though, you holding it down.
Holding it down.
He makes $30,000. You do know that, right?
I don't know what you're getting at.
I'm just asking a simple question. I'm just asking, is it, you know, he 30 G's. He like, yo, babe, look,
We are not living in a $30,000 economy anymore. I'm sorry.
So that don't work for you then?
It does not.
So then how much money you gotta make?
I don't
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Financially stable. Financially stable.
In what state?
What do you mean in what state?
It matters. Tri-state area?
Yeah.
You know what financially stable is?
What is financially stable?
About 90 G's.
Okay. And I mean, like I said, teachers are getting paid more these days, so that's up my avenue.
So all my brothers out there that make less than 90 G's, unfortunately.
No, don't say that.
Yeah,
that's
no, I'm saying it because that's exactly what you said just now. Yes, it is.
If you are trying to, pursue, grind, you have ambition, drive, motivation, all those things. And yes, maybe that 30,000 is where you're at right now, your starting point. Okay, but that may not be where you end off. So
yeah, but he just can't start there with you.
He can, but not for 10 years. You said 10 years holding it down for $30,000, and that's all he's making for 10 years. You want me to hold it down for? No.
I'll give you a perfect example. Acrimony. You seen the movie?
Okay.
He was building something.
He was. I can't remember the full extent of that movie.
So the full extent was they met when they was in college.
Mm-hmm.
He was working on this battery, self-sustaining battery. He was an engineer. They got together, whatever. They was in a relationship. They wasn't married at the time. Mm-hmm. He cheated on her. She drove his car into the trailer. She couldn't have kids.
Oh, he cheated on her.
Right.
Well, there's
that's
it right there.
Hold on, but
that's it right there.
But she stayed.
That's it right there.
She stayed.
Okay.
Remember, they still in college. They still in college.
Okay.
They got together, then they got married. He didn't cheat.
Okay.
So then he's working on the battery. Then it got to a point where she thought he cheated on her, but he didn't. The girl the girl back then he cheated on her with works for a company that could potentially invest in the battery.
Okay.
So he said, listen, I'm trying to get my,
Never got intimate.
No, never got intimate. She humiliated him in front of her family and everything. Get out, blah, 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 everything.
He never did nothing?
He never cheated on her. Never.
Nothing he didn't do.
He didn't. I'm telling you.
She was bugged out for nothing.
She assumed that he did.
She assumed because he had a history of it. And the person who he had a history of was the same person that was investing.
No, it was her boss. It was her boss. The dude, the leader of the company, or whatever, the CEO. Okay. She was, I guess, like the secretary or something like that.
So she was around the woman that he once cheated on her with.
Right, because he seen
I would be assuming something too.
And
you knowingly cheated on me with this woman. Now all of a sudden she's back in the picture. Didn't they end up being together at the end?
Because she left him. She divorced him.
And didn't he get a boat and something like that and put it in her name?
But here's the thing though.
Uh-huh.
The battery he was working on, the dude, the CEO of the company bought it $100 million.
Okay.
He came back to his ex-wife. He said, yo, I never cheated on you. We was married. He bought our house back. Everything. He said, yo, I always loved you, but take care. She obviously didn't like that because she felt as if she was
because I forgave you for cheating on me, and now when it's my mistake.
It was a mistake.
So why he didn't forgive her for her mistake?
Well, because the consequence was that he walked away.
And the consequence could have been that she could have walked away when he cheated on her the first time, but she didn't. She still stayed with him.
Yeah, that's what she decided to do. See,
that's a double standard there.
No, it's not. I said, listen, 100% is a mistake. Absolutely. 100%.
Okay.
I don't deny that.
Wait, he didn't walk away from her.
She divorced him.
Divorced him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. And then tried to come back.
Yeah.
Oh, well then no, yeah, she moved too fast. She didn't think it through.
Well, I mean, Grace, I'm sympathetic to the lady because, after she stuck by his side and he been broke, because y'all said broke is a capital offense. Mm-hmm. But she endured the capital offense for like 20 years.
Okay.
And then when it happens, and now it's like, oh yeah, you should have held on for a few more months. Did that just wipe the 20 years away? That's rough. But it's also true that you made a decision and you should be accountable for your
mistake.
Yes.
Decisions. Wait, I said decisions. You said mistake?
She got to be accountable for a mistake. It was a mistake.
So that's a mistake.
It was a mistake to divorce him?
Well, was she misguided in divorcing him?
Yeah, because she acted on emotion like most women do because she assumed that he was cheating on her.
Well, you said, read that. I just want you to people to hear what you said just now. Because you're giving I like this. What you said? You said most women do what?
We are emotional beings, so yeah.
You act out of what?
She acted out of emotion.
As most women do, that's what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, continue. I just wanted to hear that part. I just wanted you to just clear it up. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well. Okay, let me give you a different scenario. What about the movie A Thin Line Between Love and Hate?
He ain't do nothing wrong.
He ain't do nothing wrong. It's crazy.
Sexual chocolate. All he's trying to do is run his club.
That's
it.
First of all,
he
hounded that woman, pulled up to her limo, made it his job to try to get with her, slept with her, okay, because they did sleep together, and then what? He just decided that, oh yeah, I don't want this no more. Now he want his little childhood friend now.
I thought no was no.
That's what I thought.
What you mean no is no?
If I do all this stuff for her and I get her to the crib and I'm like, yo, what's going on? We getting hot and heavy, and she say no, I gotta stop.
No, she did have sex with him.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But what that means? So after we have sex, I gotta keep going all the way to the relationship. I can't say no.
He was making it like he put in so much effort to try to get her. That's crazy.
That's not crazy. That's just courting. Every dude gotta go in heavy in the beginning stages.
He do.
Like he's never gonna
She like no.
No dude is ever
with that girl.
No dude is ever gonna get to the relationship.
He played with her mind only because she was transparent with him about her not being that open and her taking the chance on him. So I'm taking the chance on you. I'm being open with you, and then we go to that extent because I'm thinking that you're also equally as interested, in me. All to come wild to find out that you was just gonna dog me out in the end. Like,
well, that was his moniker.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she was just any girl.
Yeah, it was she.
So if that was the case, then he should have never even pursued the other woman.
No. Well,
he had no intention.
It is
for her.
true.
He had no genuine intentions.
It is true. He was playing games
to have sex with her because it was in a bet. Okay, he bet on it. So the intentions were never pure and genuine. It was a bet.
It was a bet.
So can you think about that betting on that
bet.
woman? That's not.
It was a bet. It was a bet.
It was a bet.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying
he was wrong for that, and she was crazy, but he definitely had her acting on the craziness based off of what he did to her.
Wait, you mean to tell me that so people don't control their own emotions?
For every action, there is a reaction.
Re-justifying her crazy?
And the actions that he took to try to pursue that woman, how hard he went, and then betting on it, and then going the fullest extent, and then allowing her to shower him and spoil him, spend her hard-earned money on him. Okay, so
that's what it is.
They were both courting.
That ain't that
She
bad.
was courting him as well, buying him new suits and this and that and the third, pulling up to his mother's house with all the bags and everything.
Yeah, because she got to meet moms. What you mean? You know what I'm saying?
She didn't even meet the mother. He was out there trying to floss because of the stuff that his woman bought him, and then they're gonna turn around and dog that same woman out. You listen, she was right for what she did. She
no, she wasn't.
Girl, she didn't have to go too hard on the female because that wasn't her fault. But on him, yeah, he knew what he was getting into.
Wait, so you saying that because it is all game and people are adults and people play games that they play. Sometimes people use other people to get over emotional obstacles. Does that make sense?
So you're a user. That's being a user.
No, I mean, for example, even if she is a good girl, it's very likely that she might get with a dude as a rebound. And he might be heavily invested in her. And she's like, you know what? The fact that he's heavily invested in me makes me feel safe and in control. But I don't see a future with this dude. Should she not experience what she's supposed to experience with this dude? Or is she just supposed to say no?
She willingly knows that there's no future?
Yeah, but she wants this summer.
I gotta hear this one. Yeah, talk loud.
Willingly knowing that it's no future, but still pursuing anyways.
Yep. No, he's pursuing her, and she says yes because I want this summer. But she knows.
Because she wants the summer.
Yeah, in terms of, I want the affection, I want to have fun, I need to get over this other guy.
Okay.
I want this summer. I need him to get to the next stage of my life.
She wrong for that? She wrong for that?
Yeah. Because she just...
Is she supposed to deny herself, especially when he's an adult? He can't accept no, even after the summer? Is she obligated? Because it's also true that in the game of love, in the game of relationships, unless you're married, which people still don't respect, unless you're married, you can say no. If you get a ring, it doesn't mean you can still say no at any stage. So if she get past the summer and she says no, is she wrong? Or do he just need to eat that?
I don't know. That's tricky.
Oh.
Because a rebound is a very real thing. And people be needing rebounds.
Especially if it's off.
You know what? That's not
the
tricky.
rebound you keep.
Wasn't we just not talking about the whole Cardi thing?
But the rebound you keep as a rebound. So okay, she's just trying to get over him by getting up under someone else, pretty much.
That's what rebounds usually
are.
Yeah. So,
but sometimes
you don't get overly invested
in
in the rebound, like. You don't get overly invested.
But the rebound might be overly invested in you.
Sweet lady.
Okay, but then that's when you have to be clear on your intentions from the beginning. So you got to state what it is, what you're trying to do with that person right from the jump. Like, if we not about to be exclusive, if this is just us having fun, strictly casual, then let's disclaim that from the beginning, so that way nobody has anything to misinterpret.
But it's also true in the game of love that he's gonna say, yes, I understand that, just so he can get a chance to play, because he knows if he says what he really want to say from the get go, you're gonna dump it. So
not all women though. Some women like the honesty. Some women like having a man speak to them directly and give them the direct approach, so they know what they're getting themselves into. Because there's some women that just want to keep it casual too. There's some of us that just want to have fun as well too. So if we on the same page, then cool. There's no room for any misconceptions. There's no room for any miscommunication. So yeah, I would just be honest with it. And if she's not fucking with it, then that's not what she into. Maybe she looking for more. Maybe he looking for more. But I think you deserve to give that person the fair shot to choose what they want to do, if they want to pursue it. If not, by being upfront and honest with them from the beginning.
So is manipulation not a part of the game?
Definitely is.
It is, but it shouldn't be. I don't want to manipulate anyone. I want it to be natural. I want it to be organic. I want it to be genuine. So if I have to manipulate you to get you, or for us to get anywhere, then no, I'm good.
Nah, but you'll manipulate your husband though.
Why?
Because if you stroke his ego, you manipulate him.
Why do I need to stroke a man's ego? See, that's a man that stroke his ego. I don't want to stroke his ego. He's not secure within himself already.
You know what stroking his ego is?
Like, yeah, I could be his support system, but if I'm stroking his ego for him to feel as a fulfilled man, then that's not...
No.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You know what stroking his ego is? Simple and plain as this. Babe, I appreciate everything that you do.
That's not stroking the ego.
It is.
It's stroking the ego if you're not genuine. It's stroking the ego if you're not genuine and you saying that to get something in return. But if you consider that stroking a man's ego, then that is...
Is it not though?
Yeah, you don't need to be with her.
Is it not though?
She's not in it for the right reasons. If that's considered stroking the ego. No, because if that's something that I genuinely feel, that's what I'm genuinely going to say. Like, I'm not going to... Yeah, no.
That's stroking the ego.
No, not to me.
It is. That's stroking his ego. Because you know why? It registers in his mind like, damn, she really appreciates everything that I do. And you can be genuine in that approach. We're not saying it's sinister. Manipulation is not always a bad thing.
But that's not really stroking the ego. That's just reassuring your partner. Like, okay, that's basically giving a positive affirmation right there to your partner. Like, I appreciate you for what you're doing because I genuinely do appreciate it. Right. If I'm stroking your ego and using that type of genuine words of endearment to stroke your ego, that's a scary woman. You don't want to be with her.
But it's also true that when she does do that, she is manipulating him.
How?
Because she gets more from him.
No. I mean, I'm to each his own.
She do. You'll get more. I promise you would. I mean, you know that. Wait, hold on. Why you... No,
I'm not stroking no man's ego like that. I'm not doing it. I will reassure you, yes, but y'all not messing with no thorough ass bitches, because at the thorough ass female, I know we're not doing that. I'm not going through that. No. I will give you a little reassurance, some words of encouragement. I will support you, but you need your ego stroked.
That's what that's doing. Technically, that's what that's doing, though. Technically, it is. It's just not looked at it in that way, but technically, that's stroking his ego because that's gonna get.
So, do you really appreciate that man?
No, you do. You do.
I mean, if I tell Shorty, you know, you're the best I ever had, and I know I'm lying.
Don't say it to her.
Yeah.
No, because it might in the moment I might feel like saying that.
Okay.
You feel me? It might be genuine in the moment, but overall it's not. But
put your thumb at the edge.
I guess
you doing that to
put your thumb at the edge.
Oh, sorry. You doing that to get more.
You know what? I guess the selection of words is different. Instead of saying you the best I ever had, I highly enjoyed it. Maybe, right? In this technically,
I highly enjoyed it.
Yeah. But I see that the effect it's gonna have on her is a positive thing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily just me.
Are you saying this to keep this woman? Are you saying this because you want more out of this woman? Are you saying this so that way this woman can do more for you? What is your motive behind it? Because if you're saying that, and if I'm taking what you're saying, stroking the ego of a man to get what you want, then that's what you just said, stroking the ego of a man, of your husband, to get what you want. So you're looking for something in return. So it's not a genuine thing.
Well, no, it is a genuine thing for you to tell him you appreciate him. It's just that women.
But why do you use that phrase though?
What?
Stroking the ego.
Because that's technically what it is. By technicality is what it is. It's just looked at differently. But you saying that to your husband is stroking his ego. Now, a woman may not look at it as, you know, I'm set as him because I want him to do something else. No. Mm-hmm. When you say that to him inadvertently, what it's going to do.
So unconsciously, you're stroking his ego.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But I would not. Okay, so that's not something I would do intentionally. No.
But that's what we do to kids.
That's what we do to children.
They get a 70 and you write good job. That's not a good job. You got a 70.
Is two different things. A man and a child is two different things.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, right, before he wrap up, right?
We still got a long way to go. She good.
Okay. You are a teacher.
Yes.
How old is the youths you deal with?
5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So anywhere between 10 to 14.
Okay. 10 to 14. Okay. So I just wanted to ask you, like, in terms of the girls and boys, what is, because every generation have their own problems and their own accomplishments, right? I mean, for girls and guys, for the boys and girls separate, for both of them, what is like the advantages you see that they have now in terms of in general, and what is like the setbacks you see that they're suffering with?
Is this more so geared towards just education wise, or is
overall? Because I know, it's all integrated. Like home life affects their schooling, and their schooling affects where they're gonna go. Like I know me growing up, there wasn't a heavy reliance on technology. You know
with the technology use, like it's crazy. Like they're way more advanced. They're using their laptops for a lot more than what we had computer class. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we actually learned how to type, things like that. So it's a helpful tool, but it's a tool that they don't even know how to use fully. I still have kids that they don't even know, okay, I hold down the shift button, that's going to make that a capital letter. They don't know that. Like they don't even know, like, okay, I can click shift and then you know how it has the comma and the period. Okay, I'm holding this down so it can put in the comma. Like they don't even really know how to use their technology like fully and vastly. They see it as the tool that's in front of them more so for entertainment purposes. But when you ask them to use it in an educational stance, some kids, not all, because again, not all kids learn the same. Some kids are very tech savvy where they know what they're doing. They know their way around a laptop. For kids that are not that tech savvy, or they're not even seeing it as an educational tool, they're more so seeing it as something as of leisure. They don't have the same emphasis on how to using it, on how to know how to use it correctly and wanting to know how to use it correctly. So it just depends on what they're exposed to again at home. So I teach in Newark. and I'm like in the trenches.
No.
Yeah. Where I'm deep in Newark. So, you know, with my students, it's like, it's a lot of battle between, okay, for one in particular, I have a student, I feel like his battle is the streets or, you know, his education. Like, which one is seeming like more appeasing to him.
Right.
And he has the intellect, he has the smarts, he has everything, but the street life is just, it seems to have the thrill, it seems to have, you know, more of the endearment that he's looking for. It has the freedom also that he doesn't want the structure too much that he's getting in school. He wants to, you know, move how he wants to move and do as he pleases, and he knows that in school he can't do that, but he also knows that in school that he's getting his education, he is, you know, increasing his intellect, he is making himself better, but he's in a tough spot. He don't know if he want to be in the streets or if he want to be in the classroom. Like, that's some kids' reality. Or you have some kids that understand, like, okay, this is just temporary. Like, you know, this is their not means to an end, but it's the means to right now. Okay. Like them knowing, like, look, I got to get this right now because we need to eat right now. Lights got to be on right now. Like, you know, it's that type of situation. So you have kids, that understand that it's for right now. It's not the end all be all, but again, it's what they're exposed to. I've been in parent teacher conferences and I'm looking at the parent that's no better than the child.
Oh, I was just about to ask you that.
So
that dynamic, when you see it as a teacher, like I said, I think you guys need to be paid more, extremely more. I think on the cusp of when you like document or you just take a look at the salaries of what people do, I think you guys should be up there with like the entertainers and stuff. I'm not saying the buku millions, but I do think the salaries need to be extremely more because your level of responsibility. So, well, first of all, thank you because you've been a teacher, because it's not easy.
No,
it's not. It's not easy. When you see the parents, do you automatically say, I see why the child is struggling?
Yes.
And from that aspect, are you disheartened by seeing that? Meaning, and when I ask this question is because I'm assuming primarily the kids that you deal with is from our community.
Yes.
Are you disheartened to see that because as a black woman, you're like, you know, are we ever going to escape this as far as, you know, shortchanging our children to make sure that they're properly equipped to, you know, to deal with the world and actually deal with what's out there? Because you're out there as a teacher. You're the one that's guiding them into the next phase of the high school and everything else. So from that perspective and that experience that you do have, how was that for you? You know what I mean? How is it allowed on you? Is it, because I don't think a lot of teachers really talk about the mental anguish that being a teacher brings, if it brings any. So
I mean, yeah, it does. I think for me, one of the things I learned is I can't internalize everything. Their problems are not my problems in entirety.
Right.
Their problems allow me to give back to them and figure out how I can cultivate new solutions for them, or how I can open their mind to new solutions. But I'm not internalizing what they have going on because I have my own stuff going on.
Right.
And I'm very transparent with my students. Like, you know, they understand that Miss A, she's human too. She goes through stuff too, and I understand that they're human, and I know how it is being a kid. Not every day you're waking up excited to come to school, you know. Some days you just don't feel like being bothered. So for me, it's balance with my students. I definitely try to create a safe space for them where they feel comfortable talking to me about a lot of things, and we definitely have real conversations. It is disheartening to see that stuff that we thought is like, okay, we're getting better, you know, our areas, our inner cities, our hoods, whatever, you know, that they're getting better. But in reality, no, these kids are facing a lot of the same stuff that their parents faced. And it seems like almost like a never ending cycle, unfortunately. But then that's where I think the educators, we come in and we try to, as cliche as it is, we try to give them hope that, okay, you know, your outcome can be different. You don't have to be, your environment doesn't have to define you.
Right.
Like, you know, you can overcome it. So, yeah, I think it just depends on the type of educator that you are, what you want to instill in the kids what values that you're trying to share back to them. And also, you know, don't sympathize. Like, you can empathize with them, but nobody wants pity. And these kids know, like, I don't want you to feel sorry for me. Like, you know, a lot of them choose their circumstances sometimes when it comes to certain things. You know, they make their own decisions, and they'll tell you that.
Right.
So, you know, and then if shit hits the fan, you gotta just be that listening ear for them. And that's okay too. I'm okay with being that too. I'm not I told you so. You can't do that with kids, you know. They still learning. They still, you know, have a lot to know about the world and how it works in and out. So, yeah. I mean, if teaching is something that you have to genuinely love doing. It's not about the check as much as, you know, we say, yes, we want to get paid more and this and that. But, yeah, we should be getting paid more. But at the end of the day, I'm doing this because I genuinely like being around kids. I genuinely like, you know, want to help them because I wish that I had more teachers that genuinely cared about me. So, yeah, I feel like that's my why as why I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah. So.
Okay. Is it hard reaching the parents?
Sometimes you have parents that are like, okay, they want us to hold their kids accountable, and then you have some parents who they don't care too much. And at that particular point, I'm not here to be raising no adult, so I'm here for the kids. At this particular point, I'm not about to teach you how to do your job.
Right.
Because come to find out, you'll tell me that they don't do this at home. Well, you may not know what they do at home, because are you at home? So
I've experienced certain single moms go through this, right? They got children. They're a single mom. They got a job because they also maybe incented with themselves in terms of, I don't want to feel like, I don't want anybody feeling pity for me. I can take care of myself. I can take care of my kids. My kids don't need to ask anybody for anything. I'm going to go do what I need to do and make this work, right? Their fathers, wherever they at, whatever, we don't need him either. If he could contribute, but I'm not here to bang down his door to force him to contribute. If that's not who he is, fine. I'm taking care of everything. So they have their children and they're going up the career ladder. Or they're trying to go up the career ladder. A situation that I often see is my children, I take care of my children, I give them everything they need. My kids, their bus, they go to a charter school, their bus come pick them up at 6 and they get home at 6.
Okay.
Because, you know, usually the first ones who get picked up is the last ones that get dropped off.
Yeah.
So that means, you know, the bus come at 6, they get there at 8, they're at school and like 2:30, they go to after school, after school, they go back on the bus, get home like 6, 7. My question is, in those scenarios, like, who's raising the kids? And do teachers sometimes feel like babysitters?
Sometimes, yeah. And sometimes we do feel like we're raising the kids because for me, it's just not the academics. I genuinely am trying to teach these kids, some of them, and not all, because some of them do have great character skills. They're very well-mannered and things like that. So you don't have to do too much with those kids. But then the ones who, you know, they need a little bit of character development work, you know, their social skills aren't that. I'm teaching that. Like, you know, I'm not just teaching academics. I'm also teaching them, like, look, y'all got to talk to each other with respect. Like, you know, like, this is how we should be, you know, acting towards one another. Okay, when an adult comes and speaks to you, you know, this is how you should respond. Or, you know, when you're trying to interject in a conversation, maybe you have a question for an adult, like, you know, you say, excuse me, things like, it's a lot of those things that kids don't know how to do. So that's a lot of what teachers lately find themselves having to do. Like, we're teaching the manners, we're teaching the respect towards themselves and others, adults and their peers. Like, we're teaching them how to be good people, like, honestly speaking. So yeah, it does kind of seem like, all right, you know, when you get pushback from parents and they're telling you that their kid is not doing this at home or whatever, it's like, okay, well, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but also hear what I'm saying. They're doing this at school. So whether they're not, they're doing it at home, this is what's going on here. How can you help and support me so that way we can keep and maintain a safe environment, not only just for your child, but for the other kids that are also in the school. And then, you know, they'll get, well, then you're the teacher, that's your job. Well, yes, you are correct. I know that this is my job, but you are the people who brought these kids into this world. So at what point do you want to start playing your position? Because it's not just going to be on the teacher. I'm sorry, it's just not. No.
It seems as if the school, not how they say it takes a village. It seems as if
the school is a village.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the school is in the village.
But it also seems, and sometimes
and
the
I
village.
need the parents to be a part of the village.
Yes, that's what I was about to say, because I know as a parent, right? I know how all parents feel, right? Which is, I know my child.
Yes.
And I know I think that's the pushback, which is, but you don't. And it's like, how did that go?
Honestly speaking, you gotta think about it how when we was kids, the first time that we got out of sight of our parents, we was really showing our true colors. Like, all of our parents could say that, yeah, I know my kid, but as soon as they out the picture, they not around, now I'm me.
Now I'm really that. I was the same.
Okay. No, so yeah, but I do understand what they, and that's why, okay, you know your kids, so then maybe give me some insight, like, do they have triggers? Is there anything that, you know, certain ways how I should approach them? Do they not like, you know, close conversation quarters? Like, are they someone that, you know, they want to try to figure it out themselves before getting too much like, then that is where parents can share their insight on how I can navigate bringing out the best out of your child through your support and through the insight of the parents. So I feel like when we work collectively as a team, it's good. And then going back to what you said about, you know, the single mothers and everything like that, because I've had those mothers, and they communicated, they let me know, and from that point on, it's like, okay, now I'm making sure, like, look, I tell kids, don't embarrass your mother, don't embarrass your parents in here. Like, you know, if you know that you're getting a good home training, show it. Like, stop trying to fit in with everybody else. You don't have to be like everybody else. Like, cause then you'll see parent-teacher conference come in. Them parents is no nonsense. They look like they about to whoop their kids in the meeting. So I just be looking at the kids like, and this is what you're doing, and this is who's sitting next to you, looking like she's ready to take the skin off of you. No.
Take your head right off.
Yeah. Like, no,
what's wrong with you? Acting a fool in
yes. Cause I know how, for me, my mother was like, don't embarrass me. Like, I always heard that, like, don't embarrass me. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm not about to
So you was one of those kids that was acting a fool outside?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
I was a kid,
yeah.
so yeah, for sure. What kid didn't act a fool a little bit?
I didn't do that.
But then I remember, like, okay, I knew my limits. I think that's another thing. Like, I know my limits. I knew it. My mother said it clear. My father said it clear. Like, listen, we have boundaries here. It's certain stuff that you can and cannot do. Like most Caribbean mothers, if this one jump off the bridge you jump into, and you really got to sit there like, damn, that is the homie.
So you want to jump on the bridge when you jump in?
So now I'm thinking, like, that is my friend, but I wouldn't jump with them.
So, it looks so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, so then that's how you create those small boundaries. Like, damn, I can't do what everybody else do, but,
Still a kid.
I'm still a kid. I can still have my fun, and it's within reason.
Do you think it's hard for parents to raise their children today?
Yes, because they're exposed to so much. It's kind of scary. Like, I'm not a parent, so I definitely commend parents because, like, the internet.
Talk about it.
Wow.
It's wild.
So
Okay? It's wild.
Every part. Got a dark part. It's always dark.
Like, how do you restrict? Like, how do you make sure that, okay, because you want to give them their space, but you don't want to give them too much space. So it's just like, I wouldn't even, I don't know.
Because it was different with us. We really didn't, we was really outside. We didn't
Yes.
have, it's
technology.
It's different.
I mean, we
didn't have it like that. Like, we had it, but no. And then our technology was like such in phases. MySpace, where it really was
MySpace.
nothing too crazy, but damn, you want to be in that top 5.
You definitely want to be in that top 5. Remember that?
You know, that for us was just like, it was fun
Our
stuff.
parents used to think MySpace was, oh snap, you're in space.
Yes.
Who knows what's on the deeper
Yeah.
depths of that?
You're right though. I mean,
But literally, think about it though. You can only go on that on your home computer. You couldn't access that really like too much until it started to get later with the technology of the phones being more advanced. And yes, now you
the sidekicks.
Yeah. We had sidekicks, for goodness sakes. Like, come on now.
You was a sidekick girl.
No, I actually had a BlackBerry.
oh, you was BBM girl.
I was a BBM.
That's more dangerous than MySpace.
Definitely was. Definitely was.
No, I definitely was a BBM. I also liked AOL. My friends used to get me on the AOL Messenger. Oh, that was a funny one. Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that.
Okay,
But
so
shit like that had limits. Like, think of even it was only so much you can do on a BlackBerry.
Yeah, because you only could BBM people that had a BlackBerry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was only so much you could do, but now they can do anything. Like, they can do a lot. And there's so many platforms, and you can't restrict all of them. I mean, you can, but like, I don't know. They'll find a way around it.
mm-hmm.
I literally have kids that cheat on tests. They find their ways around it.
Mhm.
Like, yeah. They know how to, when they want to use the technology to their advantage, they will.
Yeah, Chad, boy, that, yeah, you know, cheating on tests. I know that they be out there.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's just tough, but yeah, I think with the education and the parenting, it's like we got to meet in the middle.
Okay.
Like, we both want the best for the child at the end of the day. So it's just, how can we get there? What's the mutual agreement or mutual goal or mutual steps that we could both take to get there? Like, I can only do so much because at the end of the day, those kids will tell, well, you're not my mother. And they're right, I'm not. Mm-hmm. So if your mom is not holding you to the same standard that I am, or even me holding you to a standard at all, it may seem as strict because you're not used to someone having standards for you, setting boundaries, you know, planning out, you know, any type of successes for you, like, you know, that can be new to kids. That can really be like a shell shock, like, damn, like she really holding me to my shit, or like she really want to see me, you know, step up to the plate. And some kids, they step up, or it tends to be a lot of pressure on them because they're just not used to someone actually, you know, giving a damn.
Yeah, and the resistance that you'll face as a teacher too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you face that resistance of like, oh, I'm really trying to, and then you see where the parents are like, oh, they really don't have no structure at home. The only structure is you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of like.
And that's scary. Like, you mean to tell them the only time you get in structure
is at school?
Is at school.
Mm-hmm.
No place else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're here a lot, but you're not here that much. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Because all right, so this is deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, I got nephews, and they had a basketball team last year.
Mm-hmm.
He was 10. He's 11 now. They had a basketball team. Basketball team did really good. First year they had a basketball team. This year they don't got a basketball team.
Okay.
Because no coach.
Okay.
So.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, because, you know, I guess he was a teacher's assistant. And then he devoted the extra time to be their coach, and I guess, you know.
Yeah.
So with that said, the team was a big deal. It was a big deal for him. It was a big deal for his teammates, and now they don't have it. And with that said, it's like, that's unfortunate. And and at first I was like, that's foul. But then it's also true that somebody has to sacrifice for the kids. And it's like he sacrificed a year. How much is he supposed to sacrifice?
Yeah.
And
was he being compensated for his sacrifice?
Exactly.
Because that's a real conversation too. Like, don't get me wrong, like, that's conversations that kids don't really have to worry about. But when you're the one that is, okay, I'm working for the school, you know, you gotta have that conversation with your admin or whoever. It's like, look, I'm willing to put in the work, but I would like to be somewhat compensated for the work that I'm putting in. Like, you want me to stay with these kids after school hours, tend to them, you know, monitor, supervise, in addition to teaching them a new skill, having patience with them, dealing with whatever, because that's, again,
it comes with a lot.
It comes with a lot. So
It does.
a lot of times some, people don't continue the sacrifice because there is nothing
On the back end.
Yeah.
And that's what I was getting at, because even in my experiences with ladies, sometimes I would talk to them and they would tell me, oh yeah, in high school I was this or I was that, and if I would have had the proper support, I could have went all the way. And they honestly, in their heart, believed, yeah, I could have been gold medalist.
Okay.
But life just didn't take that route for me because I didn't have the proper structure. And then you have some people who are accomplished and they be like, I always remember Professor Morgan or whoever, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But it's exactly what you say. That Professor Morgan, like those professors, those teachers, they change lives. And they pour into these children. And some of these, and you can pour into 100, it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
You pour into 100 but you pour it into it how many years? But you're not compensated for it. All you get is a thank you. So it's kind of like, how do you balance that with yourself in terms of like, I understand I'm always gonna have to pour more than what I receive.
Yes.
But
yes.
when do I say that's enough? Like, how do I create boundaries?
Yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure some of your coworkers doesn't make boundaries.
I'm quick to take it up to administration. Honestly, I really am.
It all makes sense now. You just disrupt everything. You just,
I am. Because, okay.
You ain't doing that for free.
This. I wouldn't say that because I'll share my personal experience. I do have my own girls AAU team.
Congratulations.
Hey! Oh, so you wasn't gonna share this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
What did Martin Luther King die for? This this segregation. This
Alright, can you break it AAU team?
Yes.
As in,
So we are. So are you guys familiar with anything with women's basketball? Tennessee Lady Vols, Pat Summitt, anything like that? Candace Parker.
yes.
Okay, so Candace Parker, she went to the University of Tennessee. They are known as the Volunteers. That is their mascot. But they are, for the women, they call it the Lady Vols, the Lady Volunteers.
Okay.
So for me growing up, Pat Summitt was like someone that I loved. I still do. She's no longer with us, but was and always will be an amazing coach. Seeing Candace Parker, seeing someone who looked like me was like, again, really motivating for me. So those people kind of, again, like you said, even though they did not pour directly into me, I still saw that representation that I feel like fulfilled me. So it led me to doing what I am currently doing now. So yes, I have my own team. We are the NJ Vols. We've been around for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I've sent 7 girls to college. They were my foundational girls. This year, past year, we had 2 seniors. We sent those girls to school as well. One of them is going to be a college player for me now because I coach college too. But yeah, I don't get paid for AAU at all, and I never have. I actually put more money into it and got nothing in return. But it's okay though, because
no, you're changing lives. You are changing lives.
And it's a genuine passion of mine, and it's something that I really love doing. And my reward is seeing them continue their education and doing something that they love at the same time, which is what we have in common, them playing basketball. Yeah, so that's my reward right there. Honestly speaking, my reward in terms of that is, okay, how many girls can I send to college? Like, that's literally my reward. Like, I love seeing that. I love going to their games. I love, supporting them. I even have girls that I still talk to this day who I've started with, like my 2 girls that have literally like been everything to my program. They called me the other day, like, Coach, could we get some money? We need a microwave. Like, could you send us some money? We need a pot and pan set. Wow. So, I understand I may not be receiving, but I'm receiving the fact that they feel comfortable reaching out to me. That is my reward. I'm happy that I'm someone that they feel that they can come to. So that's rewarding for me within itself. That's why I told you, it's not about the tangibles. for me. But you know, it's just knowing that somebody genuinely, you're making an impact and they care and they appreciate it.
That's
So,
true. Kids go where the love is. I agree.
Yeah, they really do. And they can tell when you're not
Yeah.
genuine. And that's why, you know, sometimes for some teachers it's tough because you do have some that are just in it for the check, and these kids can see right through that. So they're not going to give you your all. They're not going to give you their all because they see that you genuinely not doing this for the right reasons.
You don't genuinely care.
Exactly. In sports, there's a term where if a player is really, really, really like stuck on their coach, meaning in a way like they're buying into the system, they respect their coach, they'll say that player will run through a wall for you. Like, and I do have girls who I feel like on the court, they will run through a wall for me. Like, they really genuinely, coach, she got our best interest at heart. Like,
She cares about it.
Yeah, I genuinely do. And I try to put all of them in position to succeed. And, you know, tough love is a part of it. And they know that. They know that it's coming from a good place though.
Yeah, that's trust is a big thing, especially
Yes.
on teams.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just in life,
In
relationships
general, yeah.
is based on trust. You know.
So, and I think for me, that's like, okay, I'm not getting anything in return, but I'm changing lives. That's the return. Like, I'm allowing girls to experience some of the things that I've experienced. I enjoyed playing in college. Those were some really great times. And I know girls that have that on their bucket list. Like, I want to go to school. I want to hoop. I want to do this. Like, and any way that I can help them get there, that is my reward.
That's dope. I mean, go for it, Mr. T. Davis.
Speaking of the school system, give me one thing that you would change.
Consistent curriculum.
Okay.
I have mostly taught at charter schools.
Okay.
I have seen a vast variety of different curriculums, and although I know the basis of a charter school, because again, okay, let's a disclaimer: charter schools are not run by the state nor the public. They get state funding, yes, but most charter schools are built on the philosophy of someone who said, look, I like this way of thinking in education, I want to start up a school.
Okay.
They have their founders, they have their CEOs who take pride in their philosophy and what they deem as the right way of going about the approach to teach education. That is how a lot of charter schools come about. And for a lot of time, they have a lot of wiggle room to do what they see fit and run their school how they choose, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But when you start to say, okay, I want to teach academics this way and that way, and now you're not really going with the majority, and sometimes, and even honestly speaking, I'll be quite frank with you, the school that I'm currently at, I'm not a fan of their curriculum.
I like what you're saying, because I think everybody put a lot of emphasis on individuality and being trapped, and sometimes even following structure, which is, oh, your way ain't the only way, but it seems as if you're saying that there need to be a need for a dominant system.
Yes,
that
for
everybody's
sure.
Yes,
because just because that student or that kid is in the inner city doesn't mean that they're incapable of learning the same education as the suburban white kid, or the suburban affluential black family that has the means and end to give their child the full extent of education. Those kids in our hoods and our inner cities still deserve those opportunities as well, and that will come from having that one dominant curriculum. Like, yes, you can put your twist on how you want to go about as far as translating it to the student and maybe your teaching approach, but what you're teaching needs to be across the board. Like, we need to have a set curriculum, because right now it's no secret, America is not leading in education. We haven't been leading in education for a while.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure. I'm not on top of the statistics.
Well,
I don't know where we at in the grand scale.
We're not leading.
Yeah, for a while we have.
Yeah, we.
By not leading, are we not top 10? That's a big fall. Or we just not top 5.
Look it up. Probably.
We may be top 10.
Yeah,
maybe that's bad if we have to question that.
We maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
But we haven't been in the
for a while.
For a while. Like, honestly.
For a little minute now.
Yeah, we haven't,
I'm just saying.
we haven't been spearheading that
Yeah.
for a little bit. Please don't. You're
And ranked 13th in the world.
okay, we're not even top 10. We're not even top 10.
There you go.
We're 13.
However, 11 of the top 20 universities in the world are American.
Oh, of course, yeah. You know, everybody wants to come to our universities. Yeah, we do have that. Well, you know, our economic and just because we have the universities. Like, that's just what it is.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's a foundational thing for us.
Mm.
So we do have the colleges and stuff like that, whatever. But you see,
I'm sorry, what is being taught? Like, I understand. No, because
you saw the numbers now, you concerned.
I am, because I know, like, when you talk about certain
He
things.
said 13. What the hell they doing in there?
You said, what kind of shit is
No,
this?
Teaching them kids
The
nothing.
fuck?
I know math. There's no way around math. Math is math.
Yeah, math is universal.
Yeah.
My nephews was learning math. I'm like, I don't know how you understand it that way.
Yes,
But as long
the
as you
way
get
that
to the
they're teaching it is
It don't
a
make
little tricky.
no sense at all. Like,
It's a little tricky.
it's not making it easier. It's making it harder. It doesn't make sense to me. But you have to. If you get to the same number, fine. If you get to the same answer, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But in terms of, like, I know there's a big emphasis, and I mean even English and grammar and such, right? Like, there's only but so much wiggle room there. So like you gotta know how to write. You gotta know grammar.
I teach ELA, so that is definitely my field. Like, it's no in between.
Yes.
Like, you gotta know how to make a complete sentence. You gotta, it's just it's
like
a non-negotiable.
Now all your wiggle room is in the argument.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine.
Yes,
You
yes.
learn the debate. But this is my question: is like in terms of history and social studies. What is they being taught? I don't know. I don't remember the last time I spoke to a youth and they had any knowledge of history.
I feel like the bare minimum, the generics of like, okay, your founding fathers and
I don't think they know that. I don't think they know who the founding fathers are. I don't know if you was to ask them who is the first president. I don't think they know who's on the dollar bill.
They don't.
I don't think they I don't think you could. If you ask them who's on the penny, I don't know if enough of them saw pennies to know who's actually on the penny.
And that's crazy because for math, they're not really concerned with who's on it. They're just the place value or whatever it is. Like, okay, that's a penny, it's worth that. Like,
they don't know who it is. They know what a penny is and what it's worth. They don't know who's on it and what's the significance of it. I don't think they know who the presidents are. I think they know who Trump is. I don't know if they know who Bush is.
No.
They don't know who Bush was. And that's 9/11. 9/11 is what changed the course of their lives.
Funny.
They might know Barack.
They'll know
Barack.
because
But 9/11 changed the course of their lives. The reason they are now, the way they are now, is because of 9/11.
Yes.
All the anxiety, all these pills, all this security, all this, that's 9/11. They don't even know what 9/11 is.
They don't.
No.
And we literally, because, we have school on 9/11, that's not like something that school's closed. So we actually had it this year. And I'm in the class and I'm talking to one of my students and her recollection of it is just like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, we ain't really learned too much on this. And I'm just like,
Wow. We ain't really learned too much.
They don't know what the Twin Towers, they don't know what the World Trade Center was, the significance of it. They don't know.
Most people don't even know they had.
They know the Oculus though.
They know the Oculus though. They
don't.
don't even know that's not the first time that happened over there. They don't even know that.
They don't, nothing.
That's-
But this, because now it makes me feel old. It makes me feel like when I was a kid, my parents would be like, oh yeah, I remember the blackout from, and you like, come on now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was a kid when the blackout. Yeah, now we telling stories. Where was you when 9/11 happened? Oh
and
yeah,
that's
they
what
kicked us out of
asked
school.
me. They was like, where were you? And I'm like, I was like in like first grade, kindergarten, one of the two. And they were like, they just looked at me and I'm just like, yeah. They were like, so you were, I'm like, yeah, I was alive.
And
I was here.
I was alive.
I was here. Like alive.
Yes.
Like for real. Like, yeah, I was here.
And they're just in disbelief. Like, past history, no, I don't think it's getting touched on too much. Like
That's the problem.
That's
the
scary.
basics, like
That's
just the
scary.
basics.
They don't know anything about slavery. And I hate to be that dude, but they think it happened 1,000 years ago.
And it did not. It really did not. Like it
that
really
was a
didn't.
very recent thing.
I even now, like, so in my class we're reading a book and the time period is the 60s. So Jim Crow, civil rights, yes.
Oh, they can't comprehend that.
What? One girl say, "Yeah, I would have been knocking them out." I'm like, knocking them out?
Your parents ain't.
You wouldn't have gotten
know.
that chance.
Yeah, they don't.
You wouldn't have gotten that chance to knock anybody out.
You're not
And do
knocking
you
them
think,
out.
and one of the last points, I know we're going to close out, so, but do you think that it's a responsibility on the parents too to at least introduce this to their children?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because I know a lot of, for Black people in particular, we have the history that we really want our kids to know, our history,
Yes.
like not just what the textbooks or whatever is, like our history that's not written in the textbooks.
Correct.
But that they leave out. So yeah, I feel like it is like, parents should be the first ones to be expanding their kids' minds. I mean, and I only say that because I had a father who really introduced me to a lot of different things. Like my dad was very like, I want to give you opportunities that I didn't have, or I want to expose your mind to certain things so that way, you know, when you're seeing it for the first time, it's not a surprise. Like, you know, parents should be the ones that are opening up their kids' minds. And then once their minds are open, it makes it easy for us as the educators to now fill it, because now they're coming with an open mind, and sometimes they're coming with some prior knowledge.
And questions.
Where
can I look for this?
Yeah.
That was my mother and my pop's roots.
Mm-hmm.
I was like 8 years old. I'm like, me and my brother was sitting there. He was like, what's this? You know, they gonna learn. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't know what this was.
Toby.
And that's the old one. It's the old one where, you know, they cut off the whole foot, not half of it. That was the old the roots on the cassette tapes.
All the way up to what? Chicken George, right?
That was the old one.
Chicken George.
And they don't, you know, like you said, history, you know, it's and speaking of what they only know today, before we close out, and I have to ask you this. What's going on in recent news, you know, because they say it's bad boy for life.
Oh yes, that's where we know.
Because we ain't going nowhere.
He's going somewhere.
Can't be because it's bad.
He's going.
With everything that you are seeing,
yes,
on what's happening, what's your take on this? Are you surprised? Because the consensus that I'm getting from people is this. And obviously your perspective from a woman's perspective, of course, to see what happened, you know, to Cassie on camera.
Oh yeah, that's like,
right.
That was terrible, honestly.
The consensus is that I'm getting from people is that they're not surprised.
They're not surprised that it's
all the things that are coming out about said.
I mean, but they've been
freak offs or whatever, you know.
The outside world looking in has always implied that there has been a little bit more to Diddy than what he would like for people to lead on, like about him. So, I mean, was I surprised about what he did to Cassie? Yeah, I didn't think that he would be doing that even in a public, like, I don't know. I just didn't think that he would be in a hallway at a hotel. Like, that kind of threw me off. Like, I was just like, wow, he really don't care. Like, it's just, he has no restraint even. Like, you know.
It was graphic.
Yeah, that's gruesome. Like,
it was.
That, I mean, and that's what we're talking about, that domestic violence. She's better than most that would allow him to keep walking this earth after that. What?
Nothing. You eloquently.
I'm doing him how Helen did in Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I'm doing him the same way how Helen did that man. I'm not sparing him no different. And Helen, she was nice.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, no. Diddy, got what's coming to him. Unfortunately, I think who's really having a hard time, like our parents, because they're like, nah, we grew up listening to him. My dad, he's on some like, the media gonna paint that picture however they want. I'm like, Dad, he did it. Like he did it. Like,
So a question I would ask you is this:
like they just can't rap. He's so like.
They say they go. They're gonna spend that story.
Yeah, white America. I'm like that.
Listen,
it's not white America.
It wasn't 1,000. It may have been 600. But they gonna bump up the numbers and all that.
Because that's what they grew up on, So it's kind of like.
And we did too for a large part of it. We did too.
Their youth being kind of stripped away or being told like, nah, it was a lie. Like everything that y'all thought that he was doing good or right, and y'all thought that was such genuine down to earth God. Clearly, he's not, and he never was.
I think it's hard in terms of like how it affects like the childhood, like your youth. In terms of it's not just Diddy. He's talking about a problem that went through the entire industry. Which means that damn, everything that I thought is wrong.
Did you got this is similar because the documentary, it was
Nickelodeon?
about yes.
What is his name?
The kid
Snyder?
Yes.
Who was touching all the kids
on Nickelodeon.
I was watching the documentary.
If that is not shattering to childhood, to our childhood, I was tuned into all that. Like locked in.
No, that's a fact.
Okay. The Amanda Bynes show for the girls had us in a chokehold. Okay, we all thought we was in a girls' room. Like, so
that's crazy. Yeah.
My nephews watched Nickelodeon. I was watching the documentary. He came down. He said, "Oh yeah, that's Snyder. I cut the documentary off. I was like, I don't want him hearing this.
Yeah,
because
don't ruin it.
Very much it's Disney kids and it's Nickelodeon kids. They're Nickelodeon kids.
Okay.
I said not yet.
Gotta wait till they get older to shatter that childhood.
Yeah, you can't ruin it for them just yet.
So you was a Nickelodeon girl?
Yeah, yes.
You Nickelodeon dude?
All of
course.
that. Yeah. Keenan and Kel, all like
Blue's
everything.
Clues all day.
Yeah, definitely.
Blue's Clues all day.
Hey Arnold, all of that. Like
Hey Arnold.
Yes, hardcore.
Yes.
So it's
shattering.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: do you think it's important for us to separate the artist from the art? Or is that very difficult from when you have such an emotional attachment to it? Because, in hindsight, right, the Diddy thing, the Nickelodeon thing, we had stuff prior to this, the R. Kelly, all this. Do you think it's important for us to separate the artist from the art where we still can enjoy the art and not necessarily look at the artist in the same light that we did? Because, in retrospect, right, they're only human beings. Now, it don't mean that what they did was okay.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever threshold the person decides to give them is what they give them. It's just, it does fall under the umbrella. They are human beings too. Do you think because our emotional investment in it allowed us to look at them in a certain light to it, your person can never do no wrong. Yeah. And then it come out to where he was like, nah, did you see how he hit upside the head though? And you like...
Yeah, no, that's...
you know what I'm saying? Like, so when you listen to Bump Around, you say, I don't see nothing wrong. And you're like... Because
I'm a step in the name of love.
So then you gotta say, then you question yourself, it's like, so what love was he talking about? Or like, is it hard to do that? Is it hard to do that?
I told you, the R. Kelly thing's a little different because we've been to R. Kelly. He was in the Boondocks. Like, they had his own Boondocks. Like, they knew what.
An injustice anywhere.
Yes.
It's an injustice anywhere. Amen.
Like, but I get what you're saying. I mean, if the song comes on, like, no, let's turn that off. Like, no, I'm going to listen to the song. Like, okay, right. Fine. But him as a person, no, I don't. I don't accept it. I don't, condone it. I don't stand by. I don't support it in no way, shape, or form. And unfortunately, he's gonna have to, have his judgment day. So true. That's just the reality.
Very true. Very true.
That's why I said that money don't always equate to the power. It don't always equate to being off limits. Like, he probably thought he was off limits for a while. Probably thought it would have never caught up to him.
Look, he thought he was. No, Kelly was on top of the world now. That's just.
Yeah.
He was.
And even for Diddy, but I mean.
Yeah.
for Diddy though, it was just, I think even after the Kim Porter situation, it just opened up too many eyes. Like, I don't think he knew how many people really, as far as the women and just in general, what Kim Porter did for the culture, what she did for the girls, the models, the natural beauties, everything. Like, it was a lot of women that really supported him based off of who he was affiliated with. Like, and I loved me some Kim Porter. Like, she was definitely that girl. Like, you know, God rest her soul. But that was kind of crazy. Like, out of nowhere, she's gone, and then you think now it's not going to open up the doors to anything. Like, you're talking to, and this is from people, from what we're seeing, like, we only get with so much information, but she was totally healthy, they were saying, and all of a sudden now she just dropped dead. Like,
it does make you question everything.
Yeah, I think it made it question stuff. Like, it definitely made us look at him like, I don't know. Then you turned around and had a new baby. That's crazy.
And then you reading out a list of names. Yo, I'm doing this for my friends. And the baby reading out the names too.
Like, it's just...
No,
it's insane.
It is crazy, and it is a lot to digest, especially from someone in your position, because you do see.
I think he might have done that.
He might have did that. He might have dabbled in that a bit too much.
1,000 bottles of baby oil, was that what they said?
1,000 bottles and about.
And then he was saying he was buying and
No, because
I didn't hear that.
because you got.
I didn't hear that one.
Costco only sell it that way. You can't get just one bottle. You have
Where
to get
Costco start selling dildos?
You gotta
No,
get
not dildos. Like the baby oil, they sell in bulk.
Yeah, I know, but you said something.
No, they 700 dildos. That's what they confiscated from the crib.
700.
Yeah.
700.
Maybe that's how they sell it.
700.
Who knows?
700. 700. It was 700. You know, I mean, listen. Well, he
need his tools.
He
Tools of destruction. Mass destruction.
Yeah, you know.
Mass destruction.
I mean, that's just.
Oh my goodness.
What it is, you know.
No.
But I will say, well,
I thought it was stopped at the baby oil.
Nah, baby oil and like 700 dildos.
700 dildos.
Okay. Y'all right already.
She like, oh my gosh, I know, I get it. Like, is it? Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, and of course the footage.
Yeah.
The footage of what?
Oh, the freak offs is all recorded.
It's on film?
Yeah.
So all the celebrities, which they won't release, everybody who's been to a Diddy party
is on there.
And who was part of the freak offs.
Do you think that was strategic for him because he knew his day would come, that he wanted to make sure that, listen, if I go down, y'all coming down?
I don't think he thought he was going to get caught by police. I think he was using it as leverage so that he could move to get money within the industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, bam, I got you, my slave. That's it. Look,
it
don't matter how, 30 years from now,
it don't matter.
I still got the footage.
I still got the footage.
I mean, he don't have the power no more because now the FBI has it. And now, you know, now the conspiracies start.
You know,
but everybody
is on there.
That's why the whole thing about, oh, let me remind who my friends are, is questionable because it's like, do you have footage of all your friends?
And
because you know what the footage would. Do you know what the freak off? You know what a freak off is, right?
It's like it's an orgy, like it's an orgy party. I'm assuming.
I've never been to one.
With Diddy, and what's being put into the public sphere is that Diddy backdooring people, men and females.
So y'all think that shit with Meek? That's really him on there?
That's allegedly.
What happened? I know we was on Dream Chasers, but
yo, Cory is a menace. He said, "Yo, this audio is crazy."
The audio is crazy.
The audio is
no. When you watch Drink Champs, and there's a few people who went on there who was like warning people. The way that they talk in circles make it all seem real.
So that's me.
Allegedly. We like allegedly.
Allegedly.
we're not here to confirm or deny.
I don't know.
We're here to watch it all fall into place. You know what I mean?
My goodness.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
You know?
Okay.
Man, enough about Diddy. Let's bring this back to somewhere healthy. You feel me? Let's give some black men some credit, right?
Yes.
As a teacher, can you shout out to single fathers? Because I know we talk about single moms.
Yes.
Is there good single fathers out here?
Yes, there is. There definitely is great dads out here that's really putting their best foot forward, you know, really trying to make sure that their kids are doing what they need to do, that they're being involved in their lives, and that they are playing an active role. So I definitely commend those fathers. Yes, I do. And I think sometimes when you see those fathers and you see that they're capable, they're able, and when you see the ones that aren't, that's why the ones that aren't kind of get that negative stigma that really talk down on really bad, because you'll be seeing one dad that's capable and doing it and going above and beyond. Then you see one that's not really doing nothing and act like you don't have time. So yeah,
I mean, so you can speak the whole truth. You can look into your camera, and tell them that single fathers is better than single moms. Go ahead.
I feel like they are both joining parts that really make up the entire child, and children need both parents. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I support both. I support the single dads. I support the single moms. Who's to say who's having it harder than the other? Because there are some men that have stepped up, and there are some women that have stepped out and said that they didn't want to do it anymore. So, that's a reality as well too. It's not always as talked about, but it does happen. So there are women that say, I don't want to do this. They exit themselves out the picture, and then men are, left to also fulfill both roles. So it happens. It does happen. Yeah. I support both that are trying and putting their best foot forward for the betterment of their child.
Bam. Now I'm saying?
I have a philosophical question.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's very important that nobody really even touched on today.
Really?
Question is, do you like your nails?
Yes, I do. I know I'm not too much, but I love me a French set. I'm a French girlie, and I do love them.
Did I do a good job?
Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yes.
Did I do it how I say I was going to? Yes. That's what I wanted to know.
Absolutely.
But we appreciate you stopping by today.
I had fun.
I know you did. I know you did. Because, our fellas out there who was admiring you on your social media are now, unqualified.
No, I never said that.
Well, Cory, did she say that?
I mean, I think that is the last question, which is like on your whole journey, your physical health journey. Mm-hmm. And how do you handle that? The attention you get, because we know how dudes are.
And I can imagine it is hounding. I know it is.
Mm-hmm.
I know it is. They, it's true when men see ass, they lose their minds. Of course, we know. How do you deal with that?
I mean, not everybody is going to get my attention, obviously. Right. And I'm aware that, because of what I look like, I am going to be more intriguing to men, and they obviously want to see, I don't want to say like they all make it about sex, but for a good majority, like they do. So honestly, you just have to have a good judge of character. You got to know which ones to weed out, which ones is worth your time, which ones aren't. And that's why I say, like, it doesn't really, the money and stuff, that don't really matter to me, because I've been around some corny rich niggas, and I've been around some men that, don't have too much money, but they the most genuine ones. They the most realest ones. Like, you need you down on your luck, you call them, they'll be there in a heartbeat. And then you get the other ones, I'll send you an Uber. Like, the fuck? I don't know. That's not the same. So yeah, I definitely, you just gotta know how to pick them. You have to be a good judge of character. Okay. Like, it's really the character for me. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and I'm not big on the whole meeting on I like in-person interactions. Yes, I really do. Mm-hmm. I really do.
That is important. It is, because what you see online, they may look like Chris Brown, and then when they get there, they might look like Chris Frown. So it's like you.
But she said hairlines are important.
She did.
Not y'all bringing me back. Yeah, because we was talking about the whole youthful thing, and I was just letting it be known that women care about certain male aesthetics the same way that males care about certain female aesthetics.
So you're saying he gotta have hair?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the baldy thing is not bad. It's some.
I asked you if it was bad or not. I actually didn't like that hair. You see.
No, because for some men that's fitting. Like it fits them, you know. For some guys it does fit them. Me, generally speaking, baldies are not my preference. My dad. I think I just because my dad is bald, so I just see them all kind of looking like him, and it just takes me to. I was like, no, I don't want that. But yeah, I mean, it could be braids, it could be dreads, it could be, you know, waves, low Caesar, you know, that type of stuff. Just no bald. It's not me. It's just not my thing.
So what if God delivered you the man that you wanted?
And he's bald? I have to take God's judgment on that one. And
you said that with a lot of hesitation. I'm confused on why you just want to take God's word for it.
God knows my heart. He wouldn't do that to me. But he knows my heart. Because I'll be the first one to put some castor oil on that bitch so we can make it work.
You know, this.
You know, moisturizing his head is stroking his ego.
Hey, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, so he could grow some hair. You know,
hopefully.
That's crazy. That's bad. You know.
It's just not.
You know, Cory, this is your fault. This is your fault because you said.
Because you know how, like, for some people they say for girls they were like, oh, you know, a lot of girls date like guys who are like similar to their dads. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be looking at somebody that looks similar to my dad.
Not looks, but
my dad has a full baldy. Has always had one.
But that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna do it with a fro.
I don't want.
And then
a fro. I'm not saying a fro.
Oh, braids. He's gonna have the long hair. Don't care. You gonna get with him, and then after 10 years, he's gonna have a baldy. He'll be looking like that.
So you about to lose your hair, Tony?
Oh no.
Because
my father.
I don't see you parting ways with them dreads back there either. So you need to cut it out.
My father.
Y'all saying this as men that got hair. Come on now.
My pops got hair.
My pops got hair too. So it's like
okay.
They OGs, but they got hair.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's a little thin in the middle, but it's there.
It's there.
Exactly. They have hair.
So you want?
They have hair. We've gotten to the
point of it. Stroke his ego.
They have hair.
Grow hair.
Alright, I give that to you. Alright, look, you won. Know what I'm saying? Look, we ain't gonna do you dirty like that. Alright, we trying to make it.
Oh man.
She said no. It's not gonna end up.
I was rooting for them, you know. But look, this was fun. Yo, you have to come back.
I will. I definitely.
No, don't be saying that and then you be like.
No, I definitely will come back. Y'all just let me know. I had a great time. I really did.
All right, well, listen.
But I mean, it's not really if you had a great time. It's if you like the nails.
Oh no, we flashed the nails. We did do that. I don't know if y'all.
Now,
Yes.
I wasn't no fraud.
No, he's not a fraud. I definitely was a little skeptical at first. I'm like, a man doing my nails? Like a straight man doing my nails? I don't know how this will go. But it went great. And yes, you get great conversation and you get your nails done. It's the best.
So what can we expect from you in the future? I know people follow your fitness journey and stuff like that. If you can.
Yes.
If you'd like to give an exclusive of what you have coming up. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? I ain't putting the business out there. If you would like to share what you got, the floor is yours. Close us out. There you go.
So yes, I am Alexis Kristina. I am a fitness influencer. What you can expect from me moving forward is just to see a lot more content, a lot more natural, real, raw content. You're not going to get anything that's gimmicks. You're learning from someone who has actually put the work in. So I want to continue to give my testimonial and show women how they can go about obtaining that healthy lifestyle naturally. So you are going to see that more of me. I'm going to start showcasing a little bit more of like my personality side. They don't really hear me talk too much on my videos.
I wonder why. I wonder why.
But I definitely want to branch off into that a little bit more, just showing a little bit more of my personality. But yeah, more consistent workout videos. Again, it's catered for all women, but I definitely want, it's more so for the natural women, and it's not a knock to anybody, but I'm here for the natural girlies, because sometimes it can be a little bit self-defeating seeing everyone capable, or a lot of women, the way culture and society has deemed it capable and easy and accessible to go under the knife. That is not the case for everyone. So I definitely want to give the natural route to those women and guide them and help them so they can see that. If you're interested in athletic wear, I do have my own athletic line, so AK Fitness. You can shop your nice athletic wear. The material's great, sourced straight from Brazil, so if you know, you know.
So ain't that interesting?
Yes. Yeah, so everything fitness, everything fun, everything me. Also, you know, a little bit on the flip, I'm a heavy like carnival participant, so y'all definitely gonna see more of like my cultural side, as far as I've shown a little bit already. But yeah, just a full encompass. I feel like I have a lot to offer.
You know, this has been one of the most interesting episodes we've ever had here. You are very dynamic. Thank you so much. And this has been On the Top Coat, presented by Filed and Polished, the first luxury nail care service that is exclusive and affordable. I'm your host, T. Davis. This has been the lovely Alexis Kristina, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
Yo, why you had to go so hard with the outro? Know what I'm saying? Why you done?
She murdered them.
All the dudes intimidated. They was like, I ain't asking for her number no more.
Right,
She too much.
Yo, she murdered them.
She do too much. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, this is for the next.